Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns and welcome to the Freaky Friday race. We've got today a very beautiful Freaky Friday settings for you. We've got a sort of like a Majora's Mask style Freaky Friday for you today. So if you want to learn more about that, you can type ! settings in the chat because there's absolutely no way I explain all of that to you in time in the intro. But we've also got three beautiful commentators for you today who can explain and answer all your questions. So do introduce yourself, Sean, Mad Monk, and Yoshi. How are you three today?
Doing good.
I'm all good. I'm excited for this.
I am looking forward to it so much, you have no idea.
Oh yeah, this is going to be really interesting.
They've done a really good job of getting the MM stuff across into the settings in a couple of weird ways, a couple of interesting ways. I'm kind of hoping we see Big Pose.
Big Pose would be cool.
Yeah, so...
especially since there's 7 of them.
Yeah, so explaining these settings will take too long, so we'll just go for the basics. We started with 2 songs because this is MM. You start with Stronger Time and Stronger Soaring. So today it's Stronger Time and pick a song, any song, and hope it's nice. Every key in every dungeon is vanilla, so I hope you remember those. We have the bridge is on 3 stones and Lax is on vanilla, so you need Shadow Spirit.
Yeah, Shadow Spirit medallions and light arrows for the boss key, Ganon's boss key on light arrow cutscene.
Yeah, that's it.
And they start with one of them, so the point of that is to make it so that it's 4 dungeons required.
Oh yeah.
We have stone bridge. That's cool.
Yeah, we have open fountain, so that means Ruto's letter is no longer in the pool. It's replaced with an empty bottle, and you're probably going to need that empty bottle because all 7 Big Pose is a song. Because everyone loves Zora eggs, right?
Zora babies are cute.
They threw another song over on the first dungeon you beat, so basically every boss heart container will drop a song. It's the same song between all 4, so basically whichever one of your required dungeons you do first, you get a song. Which is the equivalent to Oath to Order in Majora's Mask. But the fire arrows are required somewhere. We don't know where. Fire arrows are needed. I'm interested in that one. I want to see how that's been implemented. I'm hoping it's Master Quest Ganon's Castle Spirit Trial on.
Oh.
See, the only thing I could think of that would require fire arrows off the top of my head is Shadow Trial.
Yeah, it could be Spirit Key Logic potentially. I'm really hoping for that. That's Spirit Master Quest.
Race is about to start, by the way. Everyone's ready, so good luck to everyone. And I'm gonna resign to being usual stream tech.
Oh, this is going to be great. There is no way on God's earth this can go wrong.
And there's our timer.
So, what do you all think the dungeons are going to be today in chat? I'm curious to see what all 4 dungeons are going to be. Probably going to be Spirit, Shadow, Water, and Jabu.
I just really hope not to Deku. I want a longer seed.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Fair.
Deku just seems boring. Guess we'll find out in a bit as we're off.
Oh. Well, Dotso wins the Tunic War.
I don't think anybody is going to skip early Deku starting with his sword and shield. That's basically 3 sticks.
Cool.
Yeah, they start with a sword and Deku and Hylian shields because
Majora's Mask.
Majora, you start with sword and shield.
Oh yeah,
my God,
also
maps.
the maps and compasses.
Oh, maps and compasses are shuffled because you get them from Tingle in Majora as item checks.
Oh my God, I forgot about maps.
That's the thing. The dungeon maps and compasses are shuffled, but in MM you start with them. And God's sake. Starting Song of Ponas. That happens every time.
Oh wow. Fantastic.
Oh hey, that's easy valley and fortress access.
Literally Opponents unlocks half the game in Majora's Mask, so I think starting with that is just such a good song in that game.
Yeah,
Here it's what, 3, 4 checks? Well, I guess with Big Pose, opponents is a little better.
True.
Oh god.
50 skulls is dead.
I had to go in to see first, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I just love seeing 50 skulls dead because I hate 50 skulls.
I love skull seeds. You mean you don't want a 7 big pose, 50 skulls, frog 2 seed today?
Not in the slightest. 40 or bust.
40 or bust. Do you just not complete seeds if they require 50 skulls?
I mean, I play scrub settings, so
Oh, fair.
I don't go past 30. Also, Westeros just ignored the Deku tree.
Even with Kokiri's sword. That's a surprising one.
No, shooting the sun is dead.
Right, so that's an interesting thing to note is our hints are very different. Because of Mask of Truth being enabled, because it's Stonebridge, because of 7 big pose, there's only 3 sometimes hints today, where normally there would be 5 instead, yeah. So we're already one of those down.
So you got 30, 40, 50 skulls. Burning Cack, because we haven't got Forest Fire and Water Medallion required. Mask of Truth, Big Pose, Begoron, Skull Mask, and Frogs 2. Excuse me. Oh, I guaranteed always hits. So,
And we actually have Westifer not doing Deku Tree.
I'm getting Lake highly away the hero there.
That's an interesting one.
We know Shooters are a scale in Deku Tree.
Shield locked as well, so not
Well,
wrong.
hey, that's already domain and fountain access.
True.
More maps.
Hooray! Maps for everyone. Tingle, cool on the back. Never let me do that again.
No trials? Damn, it's not MQ Spirit Trial with fire errors.
That sounds like a horrible idea, though.
Oh, well cute.
Good old Ganon's castle.
Amazing.
I mean, I take it. It's literally only there for the light arrows at that point, but
Which are required for the boss key as well. I guess to be fair, it could be for the other medallions for boss key.
I apologize for the introduction, but I completely forgot to say for the interruption. But I completely forgot to say by doing the intro. Can I quickly shout out something?
go for it.
Because I just wanted to quickly say, I completely forgot to mention this during the intro. Shoutouts to all of our trackers today. Shoutouts to Star 1468, Tomaltak 13, Hiding Hero, and J-Bone for tracking today. So apparently the tracker command isn't there it is. It's working now. So just wanted to quickly, because I usually do that during the intro, but today I just forgot. So thank you so much for tracking today.
This tracker's helping us to realize that sometimes we do forget things.
It's going to be an interesting one today as well, with us actually caring about a little more and a little less. First bottle matters a bit more. Fire arrows.
A second and third bottle matter a bit more as well. Axe!
No.
Love of God, axe!
Okay then.
That's not the look we want today. No dying. Dying is bad, okay?
Hey, look, magic.
Wait, what? Oh, wow.
Slingshot game.
Slingshot game is MVP. Well then, so
Sacred Forest Meadow Way, the hero.
oh yes, hints. These are important.
Frogs 2 is a piece of heart.
Sorry to all those who want to see the frogs today.
There's
Frogs 2
both
is
Frogs
still a
Banner
piece of
right
heart.
there. And there's another Sacred Forest Way, the hero. So
Okay.
they were duplicate hints there. both sets of all their hints there. That's funny.
Muggle mode?
I have never heard that term before. Ever.
I've never heard it, but I want to keep it. I can use that all the time now. Oh no, not so.
Missing
Failing
that one
2
cycle.
Failing 2 nuts. That's unfortunate.
At least it's not quite as bad with Kokiri Sword. It's not like gotta worry about keeping broken stick or anything. And
True. Westover rescuing everyone's goodest boy. Well, only up until it doesn't have an item. See, if it is.
No, Richard was rich.
Literally. Okay.
Donnie, that would be
And,
a Ask George question.
oh, Requiem.
Requiem!
So Deku is required. Aw.
Requiem of Spirit, that's nice.
The
Just
better
send
question
everyone
is... Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, just send everyone up towards Spirit. It's fine. They still have to go do all of that then, presumably.
The question is Spirit required?
Oh, God.
We're not going to know till we see medallions, which might happen soon.
Graveyard Way of the Hero.
That's an interesting way to hear it.
Normally you'd think that's the song. On that note, actually, 3 song is...
No,
Little
Bottom of the
weird.
Well Way of the Hero.
It's just
So we have to find Storm
song.
somewhere.
If this was MM, I would be rather worried right now. Beneath the World's a bit hard to get to an MM.
Doesn't that require getting to Icona Castle?
It requires a Poda song, ice arrows, either Garo or Gibdo mask, and a hook shot.
Oh, Lord.
And then you need Gibdo mask to do anything in it.
Well, luckily on here, all we need is Song of Storms, ZL, and Bombs.
It's a little easier, yeah.
So West here, by the way, is not going to get a song. Should probably emphasize that one a bit more. They started with 2 songs. There's one on Big Pose and there's one on the boss heart containers. So West is just going to get an item check on this. Just this one now.
Not
Ooh.
so. Come on. Better than this.
Oh god.
Optimal gameplay we're seeing here.
Yeah, that's it's gonna be a valley play then, right? Oh no, he's going for cat chain. Okay.
Oh, yes, I don't see this as often as I should. Wait.
Nice.
Oh, wow. I've literally never seen that done before. It's really cool when you get it. Oh, yes. That's pretty good. So, Axe managing to finish off her Deku being rewarded with her Requiem of Spirit.
And
I'm
also the
sorry.
Spirit Medallion, which is a little funny.
Yeah, thematic, I guess. We get to see again that Richard is in fact a very good boy. And Westover finishing off their chickens. Oh, clearly, Drew, yeah, clearly.
It's all intentional.
As intended.
Power crop stabs, what will we do without you?
Ask MM Brothers. MMR Brothers, rather. We don't get Power Crash Sam, but we do get the Great Fairy Sword, which is even better. Her song is...
Sarius.
Yeah,
Silly Malon, you're meant to teach the other one. Oh, wait.
that's not the best song to get early, but I guess it could be
It
worse.
does mean you can clean up Lost Woods in one go if you find bombs. And a
True.
slingshot.
Hmm.
It at least gets... It helps with the Lost Woods when you're a child. Not much else.
Yeah, you don't want to strand that there, but then having to isolate the other stuff there is a little bit awkward. It's not great, but it's not the worst. Then again, they started with Song of Time, so they couldn't get the worst.
Yeah. Ooh. Axe jumping off the bridge.
Are we going to see a second cat chain? Probably not.
She might actually have time of day to make it back.
I'm not sure if Axe knows cat chain, so...
Yeah, but she should be able to make this back.
Oh yeah, should be fine.
She didn't stop to farm rupees the same way Dotso did. He did the 20 farm in the grass just to really get that Majora, the Majora vibes.
Oh god. Farming money in Majora's Mask. What a time to be alive. So West will finally go back for their Deku Tree.
It's a big loop.
Nosy L yet, Nosy L yet. I'm excited.
Nosy Owl, no Nocturne, no pedestal checks as well. That's becoming soon, right?
Right, yeah, we've not seen that.
So, out of the three of us, I would say I know the least about routing. How do y'all two feel about this Freaky Friday routing?
It all seems pretty standard so far.
Yeah, even when it's only 2 songs, I feel like the consistency of like the opening song route is just too good. And like, you started with a Kakiri Sword, Deku Tree is 100% free. I'm a little surprised that Westerford didn't do Deku Tree first.
Perhaps thinking they could loop it in with free song.
Right.
Just do Deku into Sarius. Not the most unreasonable idea, but...
Right, yeah. Yeah, especially after seeing Requiem from Deku Tree. I think pushing your couple of extra songs just in the hopes that you get a way to walk back nearer to the market would be good.
Oh, well, speaking of the pedestal check, looks like we're having one.
Well, that, yeah.
And we have...
Forest and Shadow.
Shadow!
Forest and Shadow are required.
That means
So
Nocturne
we're
and
gonna have to
ZL.
find Nocturne and ZL.
Oh!
Who is ready for some big pose? I have a feeling they're gonna come up.
Love
And
it.
just like one bottle.
Oh my god, one
no,
bottle big pose would be horrible.
You do not want to do one bottle big pose.
Oh my god, it'll be
Zora eggs,
just
right?
like one bottle Zora eggs.
You want to do that? You want to do one bottle big posy, but less you want to do one bottle eggs. And over
Oh, Lord.
Ignore most of these. The longest is nice for a song. No, it's not. It's nice for an item.
No, Axe when adult.
Jabu.
Oh, Jabu Jabu is our other lax medallion.
I'm half right.
It's open fountain, so
Not
He's
terrible.
Boomerang.
right, it's just Boomerang at this point. They've already got a scale.
Yeah, they already have a scale, so they already have domain access. Forest Fountain is open. So yeah, it's just Boomerang.
I gotta say, I like what Feemax went for here, but I don't like the black magic bar because it's almost impossible to tell how much magic you've got.
Oh, so yeah, chat bringing up, you do need at least a bottle somewhere. Even if not Bruto's letter.
Oh yeah, because we got to get a fish.
Get a fish with Jabu.
I completely forgot you had to have a fish to open Jabu. I'm so used to having the letter to get there.
Oh wow, okay.
Not a bad one. That for Axe there, the minuet. Quick way back, another song.
And it takes you right in front of a dungeon you need.
True.
Mask of Truth is a bottle.
Mask of Truth is milk. Oh no.
It can't. It's locked behind. It can't be for big pose if that's relevant. It can. It does mean there's a bottle locked behind. Right. So Mask of Truth is locked by all the spiritual stones. So you need to beat Shadow to get Mask of Truth.
Okay.
Oh, first.
What a surprise!
Oh, and we do have to find storms because we have Bottom of the Wellway, the hero.
We found storms in Sacred Forest Meadowway of the hero, for Bottom of the Wellway of the hero.
Ah.
So
Okay.
clearly it's for light arrows.
Oh, apparently.
Oh no, it can't be, can it?
Also, just get a Valley Foolish at the bottom of Valley. Perfect.
Oh, for the love of God.
That is
Number of
hilarious.
times I've seen that.
Ganon's cast is foolish. We've seen that. Big Pose is Bolero.
Failed.
Unless our hover boots are on Volcano Heart Piece.
Oh my God, that can still be a thing. Oh, you are a mean person. I appreciate it.
I'm only mean when I'm on comms.
We're getting back of Lake.
Oh, this isn't a play you see very often.
I approve of it. Also, apparently Pagoron's dead. Let's see what it was.
You see it a lot more in these Freaky Friday settings that have different hint distributions. Oh, so Sacred Forest Meadow is Double Way the hero.
Yeah, that's our last one. Huh.
Good old source film. I mean, Sacred Forest Meadow. One day that joke will be funny.
So...
And I don't think anyone got one cycle Goma today. The sparks in the I wasn't paying attention. Okay,
So we're gonna see the other Meadow check here.
Have we seen Sarius yet? The Sarius check?
Apparently 40 scrolls was a wallet. I wasn't paying full attention, but I need to get better at that.
I did not catch that.
No, I missed that one. I'm guessing that was on Dotzo's end.
Must have been.
Saria was...
Zelda's Lullaby.
We only have one hope now for Bolero. As much as I hate to say it, well, I still love to say it. But what a surprise! ZL Way of the Hero. ZL and Storm's Way of the Hero for a while. God damn it.
Alright, I have to admit that black heart on Axe screen just there actually looked pretty nice.
That is pretty nice, actually, yeah.
Though I cannot get behind having those as my colors because I would be afraid of dying and running out of magic at every second.
Axe finding a Lake Hylia Way of the Hero and Dotso immediately potentially fulfilling it.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not highly way to hear than a bomb bag, potentially.
Good timing. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, that's the going. Okay.
It looks like Sparks is going to dive into the river.
It's not a bad play. I respect it.
Makes sense. I mean, you got the scale in Deku. It just routes in really nicely.
The Andrew is proven once again to be the worst person in Kakariko Village.
And you got ZL and Child Sacred Forest Meadow, so you can go into Domain and then dive out to Lake.
It's a pretty good chain, actually, yeah. I hadn't thought of that. Should have thought of that. Didn't think of that.
On the Colossus left hand is a map.
Well, no one's getting that. So we're still missing a 30 hint, Burning Cack hint, Skull Mask hint, and a sometimes, if my count is correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, map from Affordable Scrub.
Okay. it could be better, admittedly. Wonder how hard it would have been to do the thing that Majora's Mask does with the dungeon maps. Because you start with them, so they all turn to recovery hearts.
Grabbing some beans.
I can dig it.
Makes sense for League High, yeah.
I always grab at least 2 if I come to River before I ever go adult. Just in case.
Yeah, normally the 3 I like to aim towards is Bolero, Volcano 1, Arch, and Lake. So if I get a hook shot, I can ignore one of those immediately. If I get hobbits, I can ignore the other one.
There are 4 that you ever have to worry about, the graveyards.
Yeah, the
What was
graveyard
that?
one, just in case.
But nothing here. And yeah, normally you're...
You sure about that?
Oh, a
that's
bow.
theirs.
That's Nero's, yeah, that counts as nothing. Oh, Dotso
Yeah,
found a
Dotso
bow.
just got a bow.
Nice, yeah.
Where was that?
I'm not positive. Some grotto.
We're never going to find out which one now from leaving it, because Dotso just warps away.
I assume that was remote grotto, he just left Lake
Oh,
earlier, so
remote-
the grotto's on
yeah.
the way through, and then...
Okay, makes sense.
It's the most logical one I can think of.
Okay, so
Burning Cactus
Ravaged
is-
Village is dead.
No.
What was Burning Cack, sorry?
Piece of
Burning
heart.
Cack was a piece of heart.
Just 30th Skull Mask.
Some nice box movement out of Westifer.
Middle of TTG is out.
That's our last sometimes hint.
It is. We do well hits.
So, on the one hand, it's looking like quite a generous seed so far. On the other hand, they haven't really got anything they need. Like, they've
Always be afraid if the seed looks generous early on. And hey, look, fire
Oh.
arrows.
Ooh, required fire arrows.
Dompe chase. I don't know where my brain was.
Clearly, they had to put an important item on Darnpay Digging to mirror the Darnpay Digging in Majora's Mask, which
Oh,
is
God.
awful.
But yeah, this is one of those seeds that seems like it's handing out a lot of items to go and do a lot of things. But the hints are terrible. We've had double SFM just to go for ZL and Storms for Bottom of the Well Way of the Hero, which at this rate has to be pretty high on their lists.
I'd say so, yeah. I mean, across the streams, we've had every single component part for it.
Right, between
Oh,
Oh,
hey, look, there's
wow.
Boomerang.
so
That's just muddy the
Meadow is-
waters.
triple Way of the Hero.
Right? Holy crap. That's actually really great routing for Dotso, because now he can do Jabu when he goes
Mhm.
to Domain.
Did you get a bottle?
Damn it, Bottle. Sorry. I keep forgetting Bottle.
Finally, not the only one.
But wait, does he have... Yeah, he's got ZL, he doesn't have Storms, right. Storms is the adult one.
Yeah.
I guess if he goes adult, picks up those early song checks, and then immediately goes child for Bottom of the Well, then...
Okay, that's an interesting choice of things to do there.
I was going to say, I've not seen that one before from Dotso's end, but it makes sense thinking about it.
True. I honestly thought that was an ice trap on Axe's side for a second. I was going to see anything in her hands. And then, nope, recovery heart.
There are no ice traps in this, so it would be a little worrying if she got one.
A little bit. Wait. Oh no, yeah, no ice traps because there's no ice traps in MM. Thank God. No reason I'm tempted to actually go into learning it. Hey, Darunia, aren't you meant to have that to give to your son in a couple of years?
Hey, look, we got a lens.
Oh, you actually kind of hate to see it. Oh my god. I mean, bonus points for that being required in MM. For 2 checks? Yeah,
I need
2
to get-
checks.
I need to get into MM. I can think of one, and I don't know what the other one is.
And is that a slingshot from the pot?
It is indeed. Lens is needed for Darmani, so Vanilla Goron Mask.
Yeah.
And for the Invisible Soldier in the Carter Canyon.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, okay.
I
30
always forget
Skulls is
that.
dead.
Oh, that's actually pretty good to see.
Seeing a lot of hints here. I wonder if that's a nod towards people really worrying about those big posts.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Oh, Dotso bombed him too early.
Oh.
That should be good, though.
Have we seen a skull mask hint yet?
No, I don't
do not believe
so.
we have.
That's the only one I've got missing on my notes.
I did not catch what Dotso got from Rolling Goron because it was in his belly.
$20.
Alright.
Have we seen the Skull Mask?
No, not that I know
Apparently.
Okay.
Why did,
we
we,
have.
have.
why did we see Skull Mask?
I'm gonna trust our trackers.
of. Yeah, fair.
I trust me, I just like to see where I don't know where it was. Also, nice, not so.
Nice.
Reminder to everyone that Sacred Frost Meadow, for some reason, is wearing the hero. I can't imagine why.
Well, take your pick.
Alrighty, Spark's grabbing that bomb bag as well, so...
Why did Axe get shoes?
Um,
Oh, there's Skull Mask.
Nope. Just
Just
look
a
right
part
at
of-
you.
Isn't that vanilla?
The capacity for skull mask?
Stick capacity.
I thought,
I know one of the. I know one of them and the. Oh, Dumpy Race had shoes. Okay.
It was a nut capacity, right? And
I know the
I know.
the scrubs and Skull Mask. One of them is nuts. One of them is sticks.
Yeah. The scrub sells the stick upgrade. I remember that. The one that's below the bridge.
I can never remember. It's one of them. Oh right, yeah. Each of the scrubs. Each of the
all of them.
Oh, right.
I thought it was the
Each of the
scrubs and the masks were your...
Right. Yes. You're quite right. I just can't remember which order they were in. You can tell it's been a while since I played Vanilla. I remember more stuff.
Oh
than
yeah,
I-
vanilla keys. I had to keep.
Bolero could still be needed. It's unlikely, but it's possible still.
I think I've just seen that it. Oh yeah, getting into Fire Temple. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll need to see something really ridiculous, like Fire Temple having... God, I don't know.
All of the access to.
Yeah, I lost west, and I could not
Wait.
see what was under the lake.
Under the Lake was dead, I think, but yeah, that's just death walking. Yeah. Makes sense.
I forgot that was a thing. Yeah, Router's Spot was dead. I saw that earlier.
But yeah, Bolero could still be required if we had something along the lines of, like, Fire having both hook shots and hovers. But, yeah, I don't see it happening, really. Or obviously something like first hook shot and then the second and hovers are in forest or something along those lines. But at this rate, I expect a hook shot to be in bottom of the well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That'd be one of the better things to have there. Or potentially GTG having something given where opponents was. In your house.
I was going to say, bottom of the well is the only unfulfilled way of the hero at this rate, right? Obviously, we don't know for sure that Lake Hylia was the bomb bag, but we know that fire arrows are required somewhere, and the graveyard had that. And
Yeah.
we
Double
know
second
Safe
force.
Meadow, yeah. Oh, Dotso's Ocarina was on a C button because it makes it easier to buffer the inputs when you do the damage.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier to get the damage range of the item and when he death warped in Lost Woods.
Dotso's planting the bean next to the bean salesman.
Really? Why?
Happen later. I never like that.
But no, he has scale, so that's actually the quicker way to get to Ice Cavern.
Yeah, Minuet and Scale would be.
Guess.
I don't get it. Also, what would require fire arrows would be dins on any fire locked check. And we know Ganon's Castle's foolish, so it can't be that. Yeah, it's got to be
Spirit Temple Key Logic.
Yeah, it's got to be just Din's fire locked behind fire arrows somehow. So Wasteland is probably tempting.
Vanilla key, so sunblock is a key.
Yeah.
Could also still be the Composer Grave. I've not seen that one yet, although it does. When we've been told fire arrows are required, I assume it's nothing that you could just skip over, like Spirit Key Logic, like the Composer Grave.
True. So, Haunted Wasteland?
I think it's got to be Wasteland, pretty much.
Do I can think of?
Westifer about to pick up his bow.
I really wanted it to be Shadow Trial, or actually I wanted it to be Master Quest Spirit Trial, but Ganon's Castle foolish and confirmed no trials apparently, so...
No.
So we're really not seeing anything new yet.
Just rehashing the same stuff at the moment, remember?
Nope, but we are going to see Dompe digging.
Oh,
It's a
hang on.
bottle!
Oh my god.
Of course. Wait. Oh, for God's sake, it's the same thing as the bloody... Yeah, okay.
Graveyard's Way of the Hero.
Oh my god.
For a bottle... Oh, dear.
It doesn't have to, it might not be, there were fire arrows, right? We know fire arrows are required, but...
It could be this
Just
song.
saying, yes.
But we are glad to see a bottle. I have no idea what that accent was, and I apologize. That did not sound like English. Alright. Oh, looks like Westeros gonna peek ATC Grotto. And it's a lot more cash. We're seeing a lot of cash really early. Was that Serenade?
Yeah. Looks
Must
like
have been the end of a blue song is song time.
I was going to say, I'm getting a lot of time warps at the moment.
Ah,
Also, it does have Serenade marks, so I'm assuming.
okay. Yeah, so that was Serenade that Dotso just picked up then, in the composer's grave. And he's going to choose the torches, and he gets it first try. And it's strength 1.
Ooh.
That could
That
be your
might be
fire
it.
arrows required.
It could be?
Maybe?
If Dins is locked on the wasteland, you would technically require fire arrows for that.
Just put every strength on a different fire check. We'll put one in Spirit, one in the Wasteland, one on the Composer Graves.
Yeah, strength and map chest. There's a compass on Bombchu Bowling. And more chews. And Westford decides not to get them.
West was considering that for a second there.
Yeah. He hesitated. He's like, I already paid. Do I want to choose?
Apologies for the interruption, but we're having some stream delay issues right now, which has manifested in what you've seen with the stream cutting for commentators mentioning it. So we'll be doing a quick full refresh for all the streams. So just stand by. All the streams are going to cut for a second.
All right.
Let's see if this.
You will need to refresh your commentator page as well, just letting you know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It looks like we got Sparks doing Composer Grave as adult, so he'll be able to use the fire arrows for this check. If he has them. Yeah, he has them.
Oh, but Sparks doesn't have a bow yet.
Oh, he doesn't have a bow yet. Ooh.
Gonna be leaving this one behind for a bit.
Yep.
That could.
Because if you do it as a, because if you
that
do
could
this
hurt,
as an
yeah.
yeah.
The big issue with this is that it doesn't feel as bad from Spark's perspective, because you're like, oh, whatever, it's out of logic. I don't have a way to light the torches in logic, so it doesn't matter as much. But we know that's in logic. We know that bow's available, and as soon as you pick up that bow, it's like you've got to suddenly stop and think, like, where do I need the fire arrows? Where am I heading next?
Also, apparently Westerford just picked up double magic somewhere.
That was actually on Bedin's Ferry.
On Din's Ferry, huh?
Because you only had some coming out of Bedin's Ferry, and they had magic bar on it, so double magic. At least that's my guess. Other than that, having fun there, Dotso.
Cola has a very good point. If somebody tells me that fire arrows are 100% needed, I am not skipping any fire source checks.
Yeah. Nah, like I say, at first my assumption was just something to do with trials or whatever, but as soon as you see that Ganon's foolish, you're just like, yeah, maybe not then.
Huh. Starting on a very interesting point. Ice Cavern and Crater are our only other two song checks.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Right.
there's a chance for required Bolero.
To get Nocturne off of Crater.
Oh. Oh god, that could be great.
I mean, it would have to also lock both hookshots and hovers.
You can't tell. You seriously can't tell you wouldn't want that.
Oh, I want it. I just don't think it's very likely at all.
It would be quite possibly the worst case scenario.
Dato deciding to go for those extra chews.
Let's see how many chews we get next time we pause.
About to pick up his first magic.
The extra starting song was Song of Opponents,
Song of Opponents.
or a very common starting song in MM, because why not?
Right.
Could also have been Song of Storms to make it even more annoying.
Oh, Lord. Song of Storm Start actually would have been nice for this seed.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed well. Well, required well, guaranteed access. I knew what I meant. I could words.
Hey, words are hard, just like songs.
I was going to say, Aksani's just failed Memory Game twice, I think.
Yeah,
While
that is her third song there.
Yeah, Westper failed to jump to the man on roof, so I had to climb up to do it that way.
Mm.
What was that?
So yeah, so we just mentioned Dotso getting the first magic, right?
Yes,
Yep.
Okay, just perfectly fine.
and now he's gonna grab a second. He's immediately gonna go from no magic to double magic.
To all the magic.
It's a surplus of magic.
It gets funnier when you realise that in MM, that can happen the other way around.
Really?
MM has no progressive items.
Oh,
So it is completely possible to find your biggest quiver first, or your double magic first.
And then downgrade.
It doesn't downgrade, thankfully. They've changed
Okay,
that.
good. I know
oh,
it
they
used
changed
to.
it.
I know it.
So
yeah,
it used to downgrade you?
Yeah.
Yes, it really did. Same for your swords. You could find the gilded sword and then get the razor sword and then just cry.
Oh Lord, that sounds absolutely horrible. And Dotso starting on his mask.
You may as well.
Yeah. You know that. Oh, he's about to find out the double hints.
I was gonna say, has Dotso seen the hints for the map?
He has seen at least
I'm
2
guessing-
Sacred Forest Meadow hints.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's not seen Skull Mask hint yet.
No, I don't believe he has. Or else he wouldn't be doing that unless he thinks he needs that bottle.
That's
He's
so
gonna
it's
check the
really
pedals about 5 times though.
Really
Yes, thank
surprised at those stones.
No, he has to make really sure he got that right and he didn't read it wrong because he hates himself.
Yeah, you just gotta check the pedestal once for each stone. That's all it is.
I mean, in these settings, I want to make absolutely sure which dungeons are going to screw me over. Speaking of checks that might screw you over, Hook's 1.
Oh, hey. That's one that gets orphaned a lot if you don't have storms your first time through.
Oh, if something required had been... Oh my god.
Iron boots.
Not as useful as they normally are, but still very nice.
Right, pretty terrible for the most part, but still a relevant item at least.
Let's realise, if something had been on Frogs 2, that would have been the Frog Choir. Because everyone loves Don Guerra, right?
Oh, God.
You can get a lot of MM references, by the way, just saying.
Yeah. Well, this is an Worker a Time MMR seed.
Oh.
Sparks is about to pick up his strength.
Oh,
That-
he's back to do this.
That is a very valid point. We have Open Fountain.
True.
Ooh.
but-
Icy Waters is now open.
Icy Waters. I forgot about
don't think
Icy
that's
Waters.
reason to care that much, though.
No, but it's just something to remember.
Yeah. I mean, on the other hand, I think it's good to have them now because you probably want to go past there fairly soon anyway, just to see what the song in Ice Cavern is.
Oh, yes.
If you can get Nocturne, you want it.
The moment I find a bottle, I'd be straight there. Pretty sure... Does that... No, I mean, who has a bottle. Someone has a bottle, I believe? Can't remember
Yeah,
who it
Dotso
was.
has a bottle.
Dotso has it, okay. Oh, here we go.
But also, yeah, on that note, before Ice Cavern, bottom of the well and the wasteland have to come first, right?
I can see bottom of the well first. I think you go ice before you go wasteland.
I just think
Maybe.
the whole fire arrows thing, I would want to do wasteland.
No, fair. That's actually very true.
What are the chances we have a massive plot twist and it isn't one area that requires fire arrows?
It's just all of them. One
It's
strength.
all of them. Is there only 3?
Spirit Keys, Wasteland, Composer Grave.
Oh
Yeah.
God, you want
And
to put...
it can be the map chest in the center room if you don't get a key on child side.
Mm-hmm.
Also fair. You also have to remember the very important one that it could also be just in the top check in Spirit, which requires all 5 small.
Right. If we need all 5 keys, quote unquote, something like long shot on the right hand, then yeah, it could be for
Oh, that could...
hovers in way over here. Oh, that opens up the song.
Yeah.
Poser
Yeah,
definitely dead.
Yeah, we know Keys of Vanilla start. It still means that anything at the top of Spirit is locked by fire.
Yeah, like, even, whether keys are vanilla or not, they're still fire locked.
Yeah, so anything
The
at the top
left
of fire.
hand is dead, so right
Also-
hand could have something.
Hover, I've never been so sad to see hover boots in my life. Okay. So hovers in there means that Bolero is not. Bolero would still be nice, but you don't need to go get 7, 8. I mean, pose for it. The reverse isn't the worst in the world, actually. That's not a bad shout. Reversing to grab the.
I mentioned it before the stream started, but I'm really interested to see Dotso on this, because Dotso is somebody who adapts very quickly to kind of different settings. He's one of the people who's been around for a while, and he'll be the first person to tell you he hates a lot of the different settings, but he adapts to them quite quickly. And so I'm interested to see how he plays around this. If anyone's going to rush towards the wasteland, Dotso is the person I expect to do it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also, ice arrows in the well.
Perfect, you need them. You've got to do Great Bay.
Yeah. Oh lord. So vanilla keys makes bottom of the well a little friendlier if you remember where they all are.
I was going to say, do you think Ice Arrows and Great Bay are the reason that Shadow Temple was one of the required dungeons? You've got to have your Ice Arrows. You've got to use them for something. Shadow Temple, perfect.
I don't think those were planned.
Was that a stick upgrade in Steve?
Yeah, looks like.
What was that flip?
I don't know.
They went sideways.
Yeah, you can do that.
Side
If you
flip.
like hop into flip while targeting. Happens a lot out of dead hands because people just mash through the hands.
Nice timing by Sparks there to get him before he went down.
Oh yeah, I loved seeing that. And they're dead.
It looks like Dotso's going to go up the trail.
Strongers is open, and it is the Forest Medallion. There could be an item on it.
Yeah. Oh, for
Oh.
Or's Wind and well.
That's a nice one to find, actually.
Nice, very nice, yeah.
It's not the spell you want, but it's nice to find.
Oh, yeah.
Also, just to make a comment with chat, so for this week's settings, you can ! settings to get the full information, but the major part for that is it's Stone Bridge and Ganon Boss Key on Vanilla Light Arrow cutscene. So Spirit and Shadow medallions and the Spiritual Stones are required, and none of the other medallions. Oh, Hookshot and Colossus Fairy?
Really?
Just at that moment when you thought Big Pose wasn't dead enough.
That's a huge find. We said
Actually,
about
yeah,
going
that
over
is.
to the wasteland, and I mean, it paid off, but not for the reason we thought it would.
Right.
Also, I'd also like to point out that Forest Temple is now fully completable.
Mm-hmm.
This is also pretty nice, not gonna lie.
Do we almost have all the information? What are we missing on our end?
Let's see.
Din's fire, light arrows,
Yeah.
Nocturne. That's it, right? Yeah.
Gotta be about it, yeah.
And we know that Nocturne has to be available. We've seen a
Nocturne's a
bottle, we've
50-50.
seen poppers and hook shots, so we can get the songs. I'm still convinced Din's is going to be in the wasteland here.
Let's
Well,
find
we're
out.
about to find out.
And our survey says...
Yeah.
Din! Yeah.
I was going to ask, do you think he keeps reversing and goes to Fortress and GCG? But apparently not.
Also,
Also-
Bottler and Well.
Right, Sparks found a bottle at the same time, so...
Guess they're going Jabu.
Actually, you know what? It makes sense for him to go here. He can full... Yeah, he can...
Yeah, that's brilliant, actually. Also, hello, Raiders. Thank you for joining us for a sea base. Sea base, sea bass,
Bass.
sea whatever it is.
At least a C+.
Welcome to this fantastic scene.
Yeah, it's actually been very nice to us so far. Which
Funny, 'cause
scares
I
me.
thought the MM weeklies were tomorrow. Oh, good. Fire arrows being required was a thing that was for this seed because in MM you need all 3 elemental arrows. So they had to be required here, right?
Telling you,
Awesome.
Drew, next time. Master Quest Ganon's Castle, just Spirit Trial on.
You're a bad person.
It is Spirit Trial that requires fire arrows, right?
Shadow in vanilla.
In Master Quest,
Shadow
I
and Vanilla
can't
can,
remember.
depending on long shot, but it doesn't
Yeah.
like necessarily. I'm pretty sure Master Quest Spirit Trial 100% needs them.
I don't
too
know
long
Master
to play.
Quest at all, so I could not tell you.
I haven't played with Trials in so long. Nocturne mourns with a quarter of a heart.
Okay, Vod's backing me up on this. Random settings runners.
Well, it looks
Oh.
like Sparks is going to do Jabu Jabu. And we got Westifer in Forest.
You might as well at this point. It's required. You have all the stuff for you in the area.
Makes sense. Oh, look, second bow.
Nice.
I believe that is... Yeah, that was Top of Trail Fairy.
Oh.
There's a reminder that Graveyard's Way the hero.
You don't say. Oh. Where is the worst spot for light arrows? Deep fire.
At the moment, yeah.
Right, yeah, and then you put the hammer.
In deep spirit.
Alright. You put the mirror shield in.
Deep
I'm
water.
not sure the shield even goes at this point because deep water isn't really that deep.
You still put it in water because then you have to find a long shot as well.
Oh, I like your thinking actually. Yeah, put on Morpher.
Dodongo's Cavern. There we go. Now you have to do all dungeons.
Just forced AD somehow, yeah.
AD always finds a way for some reason.
Absolutely moon crash.
OGC is a good call as well. Outside Ganon's Castle would be a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So as for keys, the well has a key in forest. So there's, I believe. Is that what that's
No,
that's not right.
To ice, it looks like.
Where's the
Right.
keys?
Dotso's missing a lot of the information right now. He hasn't picked up a hook shot, he hasn't picked up the hover boots, so he can't go and get the song in the crater.
He also doesn't have irons.
Oh no, what? This is a key.
Iris?
I think
Did Dotso just miss this earlier?
Axe is the only one with irons at the moment because she's the only one that did Frogs 1.
Mm-hmm.
And back to raids again. Silver Gauntlets has come to join us. How's it going, friendos?
Hello! Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome to Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask Randomizer.
Oh,
Yeah, you're joining us approaching the 1 hour mark where we're like one item from go mode, basically.
Yeah, really.
Or no mode, I guess.
one item and a 50/50.
We're already in glow mode.
Are we?
Yeah, you've got between the bottle and
I mean, we haven't found Nocturne yet.
but we know where we've got hookshot or hover
Oh,
to get
we've got access to them, yeah.
access to both songs, yeah.
This might be a pretty
Yes,
quick
Polly,
FF,
it's
actually.
Majora's Macarena of Time.
I like that one.
I do too. That's why I
That's actually
repeated
kind
it.
of good.
So, yeah, we
That's
just need
solid like A minus for that. Poly puns are like the only forgivable puns, so I'll double down on that one.
Wow, I see how it is. I mean, too bad you made me appear on my puns clear a lot.
Sparks just managed to walk into every single one of the 3 tails in the main hall of Jabu there.
Shocking.
Those eels make no sense.
That was a solid D there, sure.
No comment.
Also, I'm sure I meant to say this every time anyone brings up those tail eel enemies in Jabu, but Jabu enemies have both the best and the worst names. Because on the one hand,
look,
you have the
Gold
Stingray.
Scale?
Gold Scale in Jabu. So Scale was way the hero.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Bombag was.
No,
available.
we got ZL.
Yeah, Bombag was available regardless with ZL as well. Yeah, never mind. Ignore me.
I mean, what's on diving in my lab then?
It's fine. Jabu's not required, right?
Diving in the
Lake
lab,
Hylia is-
long shot
Lake
to get into Water Temple.
Lake Hylia is way of the hero.
Yeah, but Lake
Right.
Hylia might be way the hero for a Bombag at this rate.
Yeah, at this rate, because we haven't seen another one.
I'm just going to point that out. Lake Hylia is way of the hero.
It is. It is. And you probably
And-
still want to clear out adult at some point after all this.
Wait.
So
Axe is gonna check 10.
Uh-oh. Hey, look,
That-
it's our raid target.
oh,
Wait, hang on.
Silvers?
Silver's in.
Not like,
we know
Floating
where
Iceberg.
we know where both hookshots are.
Wait, was that not the same one? Did we not? Oh my God, that was the Zora Fairy Fountain? That didn't even click. I saw a fairy fountain. I was like, oh, Colossus.
I
Oh,
didn't click
Lord.
until I saw Doctor swimming towards the silver gauntlets. Thanks again for the raid, by the way. And oh, by the way, happy 1 hour mark.
so yeah, that's long shot already.
So long shots pretty available.
Yeah, very available with bombs. And bombs from Blake, and then ZL from
ZL, what was ZL again? Oh, yeah,
Cal, Take a
I think that
Force.
was Meadow, yeah, it was Saria, but
Interesting. What do I even do at this point?
so both hooks are bomb locked. So the bombs are that little bit more likely to be Way of the Hero, because if the other bomb bags are hook shot locked, the Lake Hylia ones are Way of the Hero.
I don't mean to be nitpicky here, Star, but Requiem was not Sphere's hero.
Spheres are... I hate spheres. That's not...
Yeah,
that's not...
I would like to ask where the Slingshot was in...
Slingshot was in Goron Pot.
Because Slingshot technically locks Goma? In practice, no one's going to use Slingshot for it.
Right.
Also, how are you not frozen?
Remember for the logic, yeah.
No, there was one in Well as well.
Apparently there was a seed the other day that someone was telling me about, which had Shadow Way of the Hero, and it was for a Slingshot.
Oh, yeah. Please at least tell me it was for target in the woods.
No.
No, I had, one time, I had a, Ice Cavern Way of the Hero to get Din's Fire to get into Shadow Temple to get my Slingshot to beat Goma.
That's nasty.
All the bait. You gotta love it. Oh my god.
Luckily for me, Letter was my Go Mode item, so I didn't have to do that.
Oh, I like that.
Light Spec makes sense. Light Spec makes a lot of sense at this point.
Actually, yeah, we might as well.
Alright, so we're actually seeing a lot of new checks here.
Sparks isn't doing one of my favourite tricks.
What, the switch kick?
That trick is so janky.
I love it.
I learned it from Yoshi, I believe.
I've taught like 5 different people that trick because it's so much easier than it looks, and I see people like not doing it just because they think it's difficult, and I'm like, it's not that difficult, just sit and learn it. The problem is like knowing the inputs. It's one of those ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, I put my bet in for lights.
Spark's having some trouble with these jellyfish. Hey, look, big Goron sword, big stabby.
Good old big stabby. I would never complain about fighting the Goron sword.
It's early enough here that it's relevant. You've not done Phantom Ganon or Bongo yet. Having both of those to come up, Big Gorons is definitely worth it here.
Yeah, I feel that's fair something. Or as I like to call it, Gilded Sword. If we're going to keep going with the MM stuff.
Well, wait. So what would a Giant's Knife be?
Razor Sword, because it breaks.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also, if anyone wants a masterclass in how to do Ice Cavern, just watch Dotso's screen right now.
These glitchless jumps look so clean.
And
when ice keys aren't being ice keys.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter how good you are at Ice Cavern, you'll still see a lot of the like top runners go in, take out all the keys first, and then do all the jumps around.
Yeah, that was a very clean Baronade fight as well.
It's always good to see a Baronade fight. I mean, it doesn't matter because it's still Requiem of Spirit. You will learn that song 4 times and you will like it, goddammit.
Imagine if it was a very useless song.
Oh, God.
So you had to pick up the most useless song 4 times.
What even is the most useless song once you've already got started with Summertime and Saria's?
Saria's probably, yeah.
If it wasn't for the day-night cycling, I'd say Suns, but Suns actually useful in this game. And yeah, oh, it's Prelude.
Oh, so Crater is Nocturne.
Good to know, actually. Is Doctor going to grab some more blue fire, do you think?
Oh, I take it back. With water temple not being required, it's definitely Serenade.
Fair point.
Fair, although it is a nice one to have for a lot of the like early movement and stuff and early routing, I guess.
I would not be sad with the Serenade start just for routing.
Mhm.
Fair point. Okay, so we have Westbrook finishing off everyone's favourite dungeon.
Yeah, it's had a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, Forest has been pretty barren.
I mean, we know it has one important. We know it has Requiem of Spirit.
Alright, fair. Well, yeah, I
Several
would say
layers of
Ice
air
was
quite
actually pretty
somehow.
barren as well, but you did get Big Goron Sword, so there's that.
It also means, of course, that we cannot have the most important meme ever. Longshot on Phantom Ganon is impossible, not because of the longshot locations, because of the fact that it has to have Requiem.
Also, I guess the biggest thing on Dotso's end there with Ice Cavern was picking up the strength 2.
To the best of my knowledge, Requiem is not on all bosses.
Only on the required ones.
Only on the
Yeah,
Two Stones and Spirit Shadow.
as far as I know, anyway.
Yeah, so they could still have to dip dungeons they don't have to do and beat the bosses to get items off their hearts.
Oh, it's on all of them. Okay. I guess
Hmm.
the dungeons weren't locked in place beforehand. They weren't planned.
No,
so it would be
That
difficult
makes
to
sense.
put it on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. That actually, yes. But I guess that does mean that just bombs pretty much. Was that another bottle?
It was.
Now, a funny big pose was not Bolero Fire. That's been a really good situation. Because we've seen, what, 3
But-
bottles of ink?
Bolero is nice to have, but you're not going to do 7 pose for it if you don't need to.
Very true. Wreck on wrecked bosses.
Also, I just appreciated Dotso there failing his own song twice because he started on the wrong note.
Oh my god. And now it's time for everyone's favourite boss. Tennis.
The fish.
Phase 1. And the fish, yeah.
Yeah, the favourite boss, fishing.
A lot of Zelda games have fishing in it.
Even when it has no reason to be there. Looking at you, Majora's Mask 3D.
Oh my god.
If I start ranting on that, I will be here all day.
I was going to say even when it's forced for no good reason, like Twilight Princess.
Oh god. Don't you have to fish up a bottle in Twilight Princess to continue?
I don't even remember.
I never actually played much of it.
I gave Twilight Princess like 6 or 7 chances, and each time I lasted about an hour before I got frustrated and gave up. It was things I probably shouldn't say on a Zelda stream, but it's just not a very well made game in the early part, and apparently I didn't get to the part where it's good because I got too annoyed with the early game.
Okay, I can see that.
Wait, do you actually have to fish a red herring?
Amazing.
Actually have to fish a red herring?
It was a red herring.
I am sad that I lack the capacity to make this stuff up.
So it doesn't look like Topple Lab was anything.
What about at the bottom of it?
We're gonna find out. Well, we know there was at least 20 rupees.
60 actually, there's 3 batches of it.
No, 5 more.
That's 65.
For the road.
Just that bomb bag.
Interesting. Well, that kind of makes sense, yeah. So, Well had a bottle, Jabu had a bottle.
And Forest.
Well, no, not Jabu, Forest. I'm not sure if Jabu had a
Oh.
bottle.
Dampe digging. Dampe digging. was my
Dampe digging, Forest. Apologies for misspeaking there. So, Dampe digging, Forest, Well, and
Big Pose.
Mask of Truth. Mask of Truth.
Oh, Mask of Truth, sorry. Big Pose is Bolero. Yeah, from Mask of Truth, that was it.
Good old Big Polero. I know. E.
Looks like Dotso's going to reverse and grab his dens.
Yep. And at that point,
So-
Light Arrows is looking more and more difficult.
So both of y'all run a lot more seeds than I do. For Reverse Wasteland, do y'all just eyeball it, or do y'all have a setup y'all use?
I need to make a video on this at some point, actually. I use visual cues. If you use the practice ROM, there's very particular visual cues that are really, really good to use. It's not the fastest way through. The fastest way would be to line up a backwalk. But it's very difficult to get it wrong.
Yeah, I honestly just started. Yeah, visual cues are the main thing. I eyeball a lot of it. It's the first bit I get wrong a lot. Once I get that, I'm through. Dots are getting dins. Yeah, the Randomizer are pretty much what I use as well. There, cut. That's the main focus I need to aim towards, otherwise I will mess up, it will be embarrassing, and I will probably run out of hearts. Okay, so... Are we able to rush the hints? Pardon me. Think of what we have, we can just go straight for the hints.
Yeah, we could.
Hints.
No, you can't. It's vanilla light arrow cutscene for the boss key.
Oh, that's right.
You need the light arrows to get there.
No, you don't.
Do you?
No,
Or
you
Or
do
do you
not.
just need to beat the...
Sure
Sparks,
it is, right?
Sparks, I know for a fact, has the boss key.
Wait, really?
No, the bridge needs the light arrows.
Is it just vanilla bridge and not light?
Because
Okay.
if the lax...
I
if
assumed for the
yeah,
purpose of the boss key it was the same as the bridge. I can't tell if it's on that setting, actually.
if you need light arrows from a lax thing, but how do you get light arrows from the vanilla?
Well, no, I'm saying I thought it was that for the boss key or bridge, and not if it was the light arrows.
No, vanilla bridge needs light arrows,
Yeah.
vanilla lax does not. That's how I remember it.
Ooh, Sparks found a bow. It was the Grosso one, but that means Sparks is actually in glow mode now.
Yep.
Not quite.
Oh, no dins yet.
Oh, dens, yeah.
Pretty much, though. Need to go get the. Oh, Doctor wants to get Nocturne. That's where we didn't go just first. Okay.
At this point, I think the most hilarious place for the light arrows to be would be in Gerudo Valley. But we got Valley Foolish.
No, it's obviously OTC. Except my bet was Twin Rover, so it's clearly Twin Rover.
Where were the hovers?
Wow.
Right. Oh, which Dotso will go to in no time, right? Has Dotso got everything
Dot
else?
hasn't got those, yeah.
Dotso has everything else, so yeah. Has a bottle,
yeah, pretty much.
has... Rang has, Dins, Hookshot, yeah.
As far as I can tell, we've resolved all the way to heroes, so...
Cubs trying to rig the bets again.
If my normal meme bet of the last place to say look for it isn't allowed, that shouldn't be allowed. But that's just me being biased. Don't mind me. Okay. So I guess now we have the race between Dotso and Sparks to clear Forest Temple.
Mm-hmm. And then... What are the other two missing? Hexani still hasn't got a hook shot. And West hasn't found the boomerang. Or hovers.
Boomerang.
Boomerang was taken first meadow. It was the wolf.
Yes, yes. Not sure if they'll be going back for that at any point soon, because they'll assume the way the hero's already done.
Right, that's a difficult one to remember. If you accidentally skip that, like, it's not one that's easy to go back to.
Really not.
Yeah, it's one of those checks that if you orphan it, it's your last location to get. There's a couple of those, like Frogs 1 is one of the bigger ones there.
Oh, yeah.
I think the thing with the Wolfos Grotto that I've seen a few times is that, like, it's so rare that you go through Meadow as both adult and child with no explosives that you tend to just assume you've done it. So it's not that it's kind of isolated, it's not like it's difficult to get back to. You just assume you've already done it, and so you never think to go back to do it.
True. Oh, we're seeing chess game.
Oh.
Get
Interesting.
your left, right. It starts as left. That's a freebie.
Left, left, right, right, left. On the mouse, root his letter. Every time. I will say it every time.
So far, it's team left.
Left, right,
Left.
Aww. Listen, today's marching band has 2 left feet. Oh my god!
Left feet. Team left wins.
Jesus.
I love West for making the call at the end and not quite getting it.
And it was
No.
nothing.
Westman, you have to open it! It might be vanilla!
It might be vanilla. What does this mean percent now?
Got the ice arrow?
You need to be a winner! I'm just sad. That's one meme I can get behind because it makes you feel better. Everyone can appreciate being called a winner.
Winner!
Sorry, yeah, no, I was out of the conversation thanks to Polly.
So,
You know what? I'm completely happy for the decision to do it behind now.
Just like staring off into the middle distance, like traumatized by Polly's bad puns.
Weren't you praising Polly's puns earlier?
We moved on, we've had 2 more since then. I'm not a fan of puns to begin with, so...
Oh, trust me, I
very
know.
biased on this front.
So the way it's going, we're going to end up go moding Shadow. Which means
Oh,
I
boy,
hope
that
these
means
runners
full
know where the
player.
keys are. I hope these runners know where the keys are.
Right, it does actually mean a full clear, doesn't it?
No! You can skip a room.
you can skip the invisible hand, right?
No, Invisible Hand has the 5th small key.
Well, you still have to do the danger room because it has the boss key.
Right.
Yes, but you can skip the invisible spinner room.
Is that not...
There are
Not
no
key now?
keys in there in vanilla.
Huh, okay.
Until I started playing random, I never entered that room.
I'll be honest, I have, like, no idea where the vanilla keys are, which is something I really should have learned for the rando races, but... Oh,
Vanilla
J-Lo,
keys-
no, it's Stone of Agony over Kikiri Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, vanilla keys in Shadow are first spinner room with the silver room piece.
Yeah. The Crusher has a couple, right? Is it 1 or 2 in there?
Crusher has 1, I believe. Yeah, Crusher has 1 up top. Then we have the pot. Because the pot has a key.
Right, and then after the fan?
After
That one?
fan, underneath the explosive locked one.
Oh, okay, so the Giga room, yeah. And
And
then
the hand.
the floor master. Yeah.
Hero has a point. Without light arrows, you full clear just so you don't have to go back in there if they're there.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
It's a valid point, yeah.
I guess it's more if they find lights early on and can then just go mode the rest of it. So they could actually skip. They can skip the after fan room, which is only one check, but you can skip that.
It's right next to me, yeah. Seems how confident you are. But again, we'll find that out later on if we actually find light arrows.
Right.
Fire arrows are assumed to be required for Din's fire in the Wasteland, which is 100% required because Shadow Temple.
Shadow Temple always finds a way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
Maybe
Shadow
that-
Temple.
Maybe that needs to be the next step for Plando, is that you can Plando which items are way of the hero, but not how.
That'd be cool.
Generate a seed where you're like, okay, I want my Feroz Wind to be way of the hero.
Oh, God.
no!
And you know nothing else about the seed. All you know is that Feroz Wind is way of the hero.
That can only be for one check.
Right, so it means that if you wanted to generate a skull seed without knowing anything else, then you could do that. But
Oh
my point
God,
is, it would be an
Yoshi.
interesting way. It would be an interesting way to generate things. I'm not talking necessarily hinted way of the heroes, just in general.
Like required items. I'm not sure when the playthrough
Yeah.
generates.
I don't know how it. I don't know if it would be possible other than generate it, see if it's there, re-roll, which could take a long, long time. But yeah, anyway, just aimless theory while we go through a bunch of dungeons that we've kind of all seen at this point.
Yeah.
I think the last time I spouted aimless theory during commentary was about a year ago when I said, wouldn't it be cool if they shuffled the beans? And then everyone said the usual thing of, no, because then you need to find all of them. I said, just make it one pack that shuffles all of them and it's fine.
Yeah, pack of 10 for 60 rupees.
Right.
Yeah.
And then about a month later it was added in, so...
Yeah. But no, that, big Goron sword coming in handy for Dotso.
Oh, for sure. Forest is one of the best places for it. Not just
Axe
for Phantom
fighting
Ganon,
Jabu.
but very good for Phantom Ganon.
Westerfer getting more steaks.
West has found his hovers, he's just missing that rang. So... Oh, skipping out on Sacred Forest Meadow is really coming back to bite him right now, because he'd have left the well by this point if he had that, right? Potentially
I
light
believe
arrows,
so.
but I
Besides light
think,
arrows, yeah.
I think you'd happily bail out of the well and come back here if it's hinted.
Yeah. Be gone, Stalfos. I do like that.
Alright, so question. Where are the top 3 places you would bail out of for the light arrows hint without completing them? If you get into go mode from an item you find in there.
Do we count things that I'm not gonna necessarily count Fire Temple in that, because I bail out of Fire Temple when I find the boss key, let alone like
Alright, fair.
the odds of me going through fire are ridiculously low.
Absolutely Water Temple.
Right. I think
I would have to
Spirit
agree
is a
on
big
water
one.
just because it's only 4 checks total.
I think Spirit and GTG are two of the bigger ones. GTG is awkward because you struggle to get back there, but it's so slow for what the checks you're doing after you find stuff. The early checks are great, but as you get further and further, the checks are slower and slower. So I'd want to either set for Roars or open the gate and then bail on that. And yeah, Spirit is probably up there as well. It's somewhere that you'll go into early to do checks, but you just don't want to keep going because it just gets slower and slower as you go.
Yeah, I can see that. I'd actually, because I'm a terrible person in this game, bail Shadow if I found go mode.
Depends where.
Because,
Yeah, I'd consider it.
like, if it's, say, pot room, that's probably the furthest I get to and still keep going. If I got to the right pot room, I'd probably keep going to a shortcut.
Yeah, I think
Anything earlier, I'd jump.
if it's Skull Pot without Feroz, I'd probably. So obviously, if it's with Feroz, I set Feroz and I leave no matter what. If it's Skull Pot without Feroz, I probably leave, and if it's any later, I guess if it's fan room or give those, I just open shortcut.
Yeah, you may as well at that point.
There's a shortcut in Shadow Temple?
Yeah, you know the
block
boat. Yeah, the boat room. You can pull the block out. The vanilla method, might I add. Pull the block out, pull it down towards the ladder, and once it's in there, it stays there.
Yeah.
And then
So
in the Silver Rupee room at the start, there's like a corridor that's just a dead end, and there's an invisible floor that drops down to that block. I always say invisible.
I did not know that.
In Master Quest Shadow, you actually need to go down there to get a check. In fact, I believe it's a vanilla key. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I played vanilla Master Quest Shadow. I probably am wrong, actually.
I have no idea. I can't say I've done vanilla in forever.
Go. So we've got Westover going for Shadow Temple. We're going to find out soon if we do actually need to do Shadow Temple in its entirety.
Alright, West, obviously with the notable lead at this point. Kind of the first person into Shadow was the person with the advantage, and West is the one who gets there first.
I'm not sure I want to call it a notable advantage. The are missing a boomerang.
Sure, yeah. In West's case, I guess a little less so.
Not so, I'd say, has the advantage here, because I'm going to go from here straight over to Shadow, I feel.
Sparks as well. Sparks has to detour to get Nocturne, but...
And Dins.
Will not... Oh, and yeah, okay. Never mind.
Dins is a problematic one.
At this point, I'm not sure how long it will take Westford to go back to Forest Meadow to get his boomerang.
Hopefully not too long, otherwise they're going to be there for a considerable time.
No, I hate to say it, but I do think it's the kind of thing that is just forgotten at this point. It's not intentionally left behind, it's forgotten about, and I don't see West going back to get it.
At least not for a little while. Because even though it's Way to Hero, double Way to Hero, both songs were needed. One for the well, one for the very place they're at right now.
So wait, after everything we just said, oh no, Aksani also doesn't have Din, so everyone is missing something.
Yeah.
It's just a question. I guess Dotso has the advantage because his was hinted Way the Hero.
Oh, Sparks matching their namesake. And getting electrocuted by Phantom Ganon. You hate to see it. That's Dotso who gets their Requiem of Spirit for the third time. I think it's third. No, wait, they have done a Jabu mark. This is only their second.
Right, Dotso's not been back to child yet. This is adult 1.
Oh yeah, that's a long adult one.
I like that emote. When did they get cool? When did they get emotes?
It's like the last couple of days, I think.
It's a valid point. The silver gauntlets on Doctor's side could be useful for hunting for lights.
Right.
Also, saving time here by having iron boots.
Yeah. Don't have to hit the switch. I always forget you can cheese this chest if you have iron boots, because I usually just follow the route where I go by the switch anyway.
I was about to say you need hookshot as well, but then I remembered that I'm an idiot, and this is Forest Temple.
Were you thinking bottom of the lab?
No, I was thinking you might not have a hookshot at this point, and once again, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah,
I have
you do need
several
a
of those
hookshot-
moments.
You do need a hookshot to get to that chest. That is true.
Somehow, it's hard to believe.
Mostly because you need a hookshot
You
to
weren't
get to the
wrong.
dungeon, but yeah.
I mean, what you said wasn't wrong.
It's missed a very vital piece of information.
Technically correct. Best kind of correct.
And we take technically correct over wrong. So,
Fair. Sparks has not seen a hint.
Oh, yeah.
Have we seen two Kokiri Forest Forest, by the way?
I think we've only seen one.
I only remember seeing one, and I'm trying to remember where it even was.
Oh, I was hoping that would be the Oh no, they saw it. There's one the hint.
Ah.
I was hoping the second Forest ship would be there for Kokiri Forest.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
It's like, the check you're about to do is a foolish choice. Okay, so Sparks is on the hunt for their words, dins. Oh, Doctor hasn't got hovers, yes, of course, so they're going to follow their well-way to heal, which they know can't be for light arrows. Because despite everything, this is still 5.2.
Right.
I'm good at version numbers, I promise.
I mean, light arrows could be there, but...
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Or, from Dotso's perspective, could be there.
True.
It just wouldn't be the hint.
Also true. So they grab their hovers, I think go to jab and they go straight back to Adult do Shadow and then see which fresh hell the light arrows are served in.
Yeah.
Also, I feel that if the bet's still open, it should probably be closed at this point.
Oh, I didn't even bet. Oops.
It's been open quite a while now.
You know, for all of our talking earlier about the worst possible places the light arrows could be, the worst one is definitely the fire temple, isn't it? Not just because they potentially need a hammer, but because they won't have Bolero unless they do Big Pose. And so you want to go to Fire Temple to see if the hammer's needed, and then potentially discover that it is, and have to go back later. Both without Bolero.
So what are you doing here? Oh, I see.
Oop.
Deepest Spirit would be a troll place, but at least you know where all the keys are. Well, I hope you know where all the keys are.
Vanilla keys. I keep forgetting. I don't know where the vanilla keys go anywhere anymore.
Oh, for spirits, that's a little more complicated. I'm not sure I know them all.
So in Spirit, I know there's one on child, one on adult, as in the starting sections.
Yeah, both on the right hand side. So one in both chest and one in the cage room thing. I want to say there's one on the statue hand in the lobby. But I could be wrong on that. I know there's one in the mirror shield chest. Not the mirror shield chest, the mirror shield lock chest in the armor's room.
Right, there's one in the sunblock room.
Yeah, and then that would be 5.
Yeah.
Okay, I was right with the hand. Cool. I actually had them all right. Nice. Also, Emo Soda with the 14-month sub. Thank you for the sub. Good to see you. Oh, Westwood's back. I see no change on their tracker because it's disappeared for a moment.
No, there's that other Kokiri Forest Baron.
Shit. There we go.
What'd be even more hilarious is Hammer and Hammer Chest, Vanilla, and then the light arrows actually being on Hammer Fairy.
Oh, God.
But, I mean, there's kind of stuff you need for vanilla hammer. I guess. Oh, with the keys actually, with the key placement, it's gotta be available, right?
Yeah, I was going to say high score, but I remembered all the goals in the Fire Temple of Keys.
Yep.
All 9 of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, oh, what are the odds that you can even get through fire without the hammer? But actually, no, like guaranteed with vanilla key.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so Westwood's about halfway through Shadow. Nothing notable I've seen so far. Oh yeah, Emo, welcome to Majora's Ocarina of Time, as Polygon so eloquently put it. Also, Roots are wiggled when it's blessed.
Oh wow.
Man, there's Spark's long shot.
And they're going over for the did because they've got to realize something's up at this point.
Follow that fire arrows required, right?
Yep.
This will push him to his last dungeon.
True.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they have the requirements to beat it, so... Oh my god. In the spirit of annoying fetch quest in Majora's Mask...
Oh god.
High prescription. I mean, if you want to really annoying fetch quest, you make that pocket egg.
Oh god.
You know, 3 steps at a time.
I'm just reminded of that 1.0 Freaky Friday race.
Oh god, is that actually a pocket egg start?
No, the 1.0, yeah, the 1.0 race used like the original randomizer, and it was full. So both trade sequences were completely in, and you got a hint very early that Big Goron had the mirror shield, and the Mask of Truth gave the pocket egg. So you had to do one trade quest to get the other to get required mirror shield.
That's fantastic!
The hints were just sat at Temple of Time, so you just like instantly got them and knew exactly that you had to do everything.
Oh my god.
Fantastic!
That sounds absolutely horrible. I love it.
And it's also that wonderful thing where if anything was on child fishing, I hope you find a Kokiri sword.
Oh, as VXR pointed out, but you needed the paperweight to read hints.
Right, stone required for hints, yeah.
Better. Does that mean the big girl one's not in lodging to you for the wagon?
Right, yeah.
Oh look, bomb bag.
Hey.
As if we didn't already know it was way to hear and his idea. Oh, do it.
I was gonna say, we haven't seen the other bomb bag yet, right?
Don't
But
think
then,
so.
like I said
no.
earlier, like, if both hooks were bomb locked, like, basically at this point, 90% of the seed has been bomb locked. So, it kind of makes sense.
I mean, if a bomb bag was adult fishing, it adds even more fun times.
Right. At this point, what was bomb locked? We had both hook shots.
Yeah.
We had
Anything.
boomerang,
Yeah.
the bow.
Hovers.
Yeah.
Most of the seat. Yeah, most of, if not all of the seat. Okay, so one check left in Shadow. Because the other two are both keys.
Yep.
And Bongo Bongo is going to end up being the Requiem of Spirit.
For the 4th time.
Again. Remind me that songs are hard.
Songs are always hard.
Okay. So we now have 2 people in Shadow, 1 person in Jabu, and 1 person in Forest.
And nobody has dipped an unrequired dungeon yet.
Give it time. We still have like hours to find.
Well, I'm actually surprised nobody dipped the Dongo's Cavern, because that's a lot of really easy free checks.
I think it's just been the case that there's always been progression to do. There's always been something to go and do next instead.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yes, actually, Polygon brings up a fantastic point. How would you play hard rock on a ocarina? Someone will find a way, I'm sure.
I know during
You play the
multi-world
song
tournament-
Hard Rock Cafe.
I know during a multi-world tournament, one of our team wanted to learn how to play various songs on the in-game ocarina for whenever they were in BK mode. But the first one they were going to start with was Megalovania.
Of course.
Alright, that was a weird get though.
It was.
Kind
Oh!
Teleported between his front and back.
Interrupt for just a second to shout out the sub goal. Which, if you're enjoying our content, please feel free to sub to support the channel.
Oh yeah, Trez's Ocarina of Concert.
Just bought an ocarina like, what?
Oh my
A
god!
month ago?
Yeah, it was
Sorry, I was
about a
gonna
month
interrupt for
ago
a
now.
I'm going to interrupt for a second to shout out the fact that both of the bomb bags were in here, in Shadow.
Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind an ocarina. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes, double bomb lock. So, okay, so we were confirmed now if we weren't already, but that bomb bag was with the hero.
Usually you see your second magic in here over anything else.
That's a good point, actually. Sounds probably honest. Yeah, Dottie gets back to that. That'd be fun.
Alright, so yeah, Dotso is about to finish up his last remaining dungeon.
Yep. Nope. Doesn't he still have Shadow to do?
Has he done... Oh yeah, no, West is the only one who's done Shadow so far. You're right, you're right.
West,
Yeah, he'll
Yeah,
go... Sorry,
Sparks
yeah,
is the one
Dotso
that's
will-
on his last dungeon.
Right, right. Dotso has to go out
Westifer still has to go grab Boomerang at some point.
Right, yeah, West is...
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see it happening. I really don't.
Actually, if I'm looking at this correctly, Westifer is the only one on Restream that's not in glow mode.
Yeah, at this point, Axani was... No, Axani's still missing
Dins?
Dins. No, she's still missing Dins.
Oh, yeah, she still hasn't got Dins. Okay, that's my bad. I saw Roars there and thought it was Dins.
But then, to be fair, Sparks was in the same position finishing up Forest and kind of followed that. Well, if fire arrows are required,
Yeah.
where could my Din's fire be? And went straight to it. So we could see Axani do the same.
Ah, good old Bongo Bongo. This boss could have fit in Majora's Mask so nicely.
Fit Majora's Mask 3D, it has the like giant glowing weak spot on the front of it for it as well.
It's an eyeball as well, even better.
Right? I didn't quite get that in 3D, in MM3D.
What's creepier than eyeballs, right?
You really want the answer to that question?
Please don't.
Okay. Just know the internet is a terrible, terrible place.
Okay, we definitely don't want the answer.
Alrighty. So West finishing Bongo as Axani finishes Phantom Ganon and wow, what do you know? They both dropped Requiem. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it? It's too bad they couldn't move the boss heart drop into the teleporter like it is in for the mask in Majora's Mask.
That'd be cool, but unfortunately a bit far.
A bit too on the nose.
No, I think it'd be cool.
Apologies for another interruption here, but we're getting the stream time warps again, so we're gonna do another full refresh. I think I know which one it is. I think I know which stream it is, so I'm gonna disable the sync on that, and then hopefully it'll stay stable from that point on. So streams are gonna cut out for a bit here, don't worry.
Let's do the time warp again.
Doing the time warp again. That's such a good song.
It's pretty good, yeah. See if that helps fix things.
Right. And don't forget to refresh your commentators page.
Right, of course. Every user's favourite button, the F5. Also a good drink because it's so refreshing.
Oh, I've just been clicking the refresh button at the top because my keyboard I had to press that FN button to use my F numbers.
Ah, I see.
Axe is going to ice. She's going to get her big stabby. Oh, and she has iron. She can actually get what's at the bottom of the lake.
But if she sees the strength here and knows that fire arrows are required, then she that would be a good thing. No, because then she would also click that ice isn't required. So on the one hand, it pushes her to strength 2, but on the other hand, it pushes her away from ice.
Okay.
Just as an aside, well, Dotso...
For collecting skulls because he still doesn't know where his boomerang is.
That platform in Shadow, doing some practice the other day and found a, super consistent setup to always hit that platform, which is, the most trivial thing, but... I don't know, it's something that a lot of people seem to struggle.
Oh, Axe, no! Axe, no!
It's Greg!
Axe, I thought you were cool!
Oh, and we're getting a Dodongo's Cavern Dip by Westover.
I'm calling her out on that later. Calling her out on it.
She's got a little valid run flashing at the bottom of her screen. I love how our whole community is divided basically in half between people that like the Greg meme and people that hate the Greg meme.
It's less about hating the meme and more about hating overused memes as a whole.
Yeah, I can. It's the same reason I don't like. I never really got into Attack on Titan. Overhype.
Ah.
If it's when it's relevant and stuff, I'm like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But like, actually, to be fair, so I know that I was partially responsible for a lot of like commentary calling out like the Green Rupee as a bad meme. Stuff like what Aksani did there is the reason why when people are like going out of their way in a race for a bad meme, I'm just like, alright, okay.
Okay, I can see your point there.
And now I'm getting.
And hopping off the stairs.
Now I'm getting hate mail for my opinion on Attack on Titan.
I think I only ever watched half of season 1, and that's because my sister made me watch it with her.
I watched season 1, it's good. I mean, what? No, get out of here with this anime stuff. Right, I got a brand to keep up at this point.
Oh my god. Screaming anime.
We were talking about this Dodongo's Cavern dip. Let's hope for light arrows here. Just to save Weston for some trouble.
Oh yeah. There'll be no closer to that boomerang, but at least they'll be able to glow.
Yes. But they're not going to get that boomerang for a while. As Yoshi pointed out, I believe I'm with him on that. He definitely thinks he got that check.
And if that's not the case, then I really need to question that because ample opportunity to get earlier didn't. So either they hope they got the check, or they know in quotation marks they got the check.
Right.
Yeah, I just assume it's in your mind you're like, oh, I full cleared the meadow, I got both songs, and not even considering. You tend to get the check on the way to at least one of the songs. It's not one that you generally have to go back and think about afterwards.
Yeah, the issue of finding minuet before you do either check there.
Speaking of memes, there's the Stone of Agony.
I wouldn't buy into that. Wait, where's this going?
Skulls?
They want 20, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Guess it makes sense.
He's going for skulls. Huh. Now, these skulls are ones you don't often see unless you have a 50 skull seed.
Or you're doing a co-op seed.
Or a co-op seed. Or skull sanity.
Or all of the above. Guess
Oh,
it makes sense.
God.
You're on 18.
Get the one at the back of DC now, and you can just turn that in as you go through.
Surprised I never grabbed the one here, but I guess they forgot the Scarecrow song isn't free.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, I don't think West has Scarecrows, so...
That would also explain it, yes.
You can just grab the one at the back here anyway, and that'll be 20.
True, true. Not too bad to hit bomb percent. That's bomb percent.
Oh, Lord.
Barks took the lead somewhere.
West just stopped and reconsidered for a second there, just paused. West?
Is he dipping? Yep, he's dipping.
I'm...
Oh, also getting
Oh
grabbed.
no! That's not what you ever want to see, because that means that back to a full-size Flowmaster. Westeros go for the skulls.
Oh, this invisible hand, if you can't get it on the first hit, it screws you so hard.
Just arm Deku nuts. You could din's the hands, or you could nut them and quick spin.
Or just charge a spin when you get the kill instead of trying to quick spin it.
And here we go. We're getting our first trip to the what's it called? The land of the Ganons, the Light Towers hint.
Yep. We're about to find out just how bad this seed is. The 2-hour light arrows hint's actually pretty good.
Not bad. These settings have turned out to be quite friendly when big pose aren't required. Oh,
So,
woo! West
Wait.
just got a hammer on 20 skulls.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's either really bad or really good.
It really depends. We'll know if that's bad or good when we get this hint.
They get a hammer and they're first into the serenade. Okay.
Is this just a play to clear Lake Hylia first?
Guess so. Oh,
Is he gonna
They-
set up scarecrows?
yeah. Makes sense. I'm gonna worry about it for keys, so it's a guaranteed item. You might as well.
No.
No, he's
I
already
don't
set
know
up
if West did that
scarecrows, I
as
guess.
Child.
I wasn't paying enough attention.
No, I don't actually know.
Hammer could be really bad, or we could see a hint here and everyone's gonna start monka-essing. Dot's already a little while behind getting their.
Well, if he's going back to full clear
Okay.
way of the heroes, he might go back for Wolfold's Grotto at this point.
Right.
That would save them.
If it's not just forgotten, yeah.
Okay, so Ganon's Castle boss key chest was breaking all tradition here, not a boss key. Sparks, please don't die. Okay, that one was one hit from death, we knew that.
That's fine, but the hearts aren't enough, so
You still can't time a hit.
oh yeah, that oh no.
Oh!
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we in the business call a race up the tower.
Dotso takes the lead. No, not quite. Sparks is still ahead, but
Yeah.
Not by
This
much.
is why I always have a safety fairy.
I would not be climbing with 3 hearts, not with a master sword.
Oh, hell no.
how many chews does Sparks have? You could do bomb strats.
Yeah? Just chew the knuckles to death.
That would hurt your teeth.
Oh my god.
I wasn't even trying to make a joke there. I was being serious.
I know, but you got me on comms, so...
Oh, fair.
Oh, that's going to slow Doctor down a lot. No for a wind.
Because Dotso's go mode was the hovers, so he bailed on the well.
Oh, yeah.
And in this glorious time of we're murdering Iron Knuckles, happy 2 hour mark.
Happy 2 hours. This has not been as bad as I thought it would be.
I was going to say
settings.
for everyone except West. Except...
Oh,
where
hang
West
on.
is right now.
Oh, Westopher, please get bailed.
Oh,
I'm going to watch
West?
him go to fire and I'm going to cry.
if he walks right past this, I will cry.
Oh?
He's equipping
No.
his hammer.
Yes, there we go. Doctor
That's
just
the way of it.
flexing on everything right there. Alright, here we go.
We
might
were
see a
so
bet
into West actually doing this, I completely missed Dotso fighting the Knuckles.
It was a beautiful multi-stab.
Ah.
Okay, so Westipo is now in go.
Yep, glow.
Now he just
Right.
needs Axani to go over to the wasteland and.
Why is she not yet? Getting Nocturne, I guess?
Yeah, I guess Nocturne here. Because she did
And
Ice
then where
Cavern,
does
so
she
she
go?
knows this is Nocturne.
And we
Okay.
here we go.
Gerudo
GTG.
GTG!
Is that full clearable?
For
Hook
Dotso,
shot.
Yes, we have Iron Boots.
for Dotso,
Off,
yes.
Frogs 1.
Oh right. Oh god.
So I'd like to revise my bet to the hammer chest in GTG.
I don't remember where all the
Lost
keys in
to-
GTG are.
Oh, that's a key. Shit, that's a key.
Toilet is one.
Okay,
So it
toilet's
won't
a
be
key.
toilet, which means Dotso can full clear.
Stalfos,
Yep.
I believe, is a key.
The freestanding.
Yeah.
The
Demos.
bow near the scarecrow, the one that you have to like the second bow.
The one up top. I believe there's at least one in the like room.
Vanilla has no keys in the maze. Right, VXR, yeah. No, that's a.
Not true.
Except maybe the invisible one? Is the
One in the invisible roof, I believe, is a key.
always say
Hidden ceiling is a key.
I need to get out of this habit, right? And I know this is like a community-wide thing, so I'm going to call it out now on myself so that everyone can stop doing it. Why do we refer to things that are visible but don't actually exist, like the illusion walls and like the ones that are visible but not real, invisible? They are the complete opposite of invisible.
I mean, I call it invisible ceiling, so
I don't know.
I do see a point. I do see a point there, though.
Yeah, you make a good point. Maybe we should call it permeable.
It's like it's a fake wall, right? Or a fake ceiling, fake
Fake-
chest,
okay.
illusion, something like that.
VXR brings up a fantastic point. Middle is dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
We only need 5 maximum.
yeah, because we started with Song of Time, so that's right side very easily.
So
So
we'll also
if you
see
right side, you get 2 keys there, right?
2.
I would just like to point out to my very early call of take Eponas to go to GTG.
You started with Epona, right?
Yep.
So we have the key list as Stealth. I do it on the lifelike room. Stealthos, lifelike room. Ice Tattoo and Scarecrow both keys. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got most. I know most of those. I just didn't know.
What's the? I can't remember the chest where you have. It's the one in the Ring of Fire where in Vanilla you're supposed to hammer the switch.
I know that's a key.
The hammer is a key, but the other one isn't. The enemy's isn't.
So what would be the worst chest?
They're actually not a lot. Not all of them are bad at all.
Yeah, it would just be the last one in the maze.
Which
Obviously,
is,
excluding the final one because that's hinted. The one before that.
I'm gonna guess it's on right side maze now. So, actual question: did anyone bet TPT?
I didn't get to get my bet in.
Asking the real questions now.
I don't know if anybody did.
That's why I'm directing the question to the person that opened the bet. So I'm sure is listening right now.
Well, we can't accept Cub's bet because he rigged it. Love you, Cubs.
Yeah, you're great and all, but that was a cop out, and it's not allowed.
It's like my regular bet of, say it again, my regular bet of the last place they look.
Which will be funny if it's not actually the last check.
Well, it's
I
last
like
place to look
Zora
for the
can-
item. Good old soggy jump. Wait,
Well, I guess technically it would be the last check they looked in. If that's
Oh!
logic shaped holes hurt me.
oh!
Oh.
Nice!
Sponge. GG's.
Nobody... Nobody better. What's it called? DTG. Someone bet Terminator.
Someone bet Terminator.
Yeah, the closest. Trying to see what the closest one is out of that lot. Probably Hammerrocks, actually. Yeah, but I can't really call that a win.
No.
Yeah.
Terminator is fitting for this. Oh, Axani went into Dodongo's cavern.
Doctor's probably just gonna skip toilet here. We don't need all 9. 5
Turned
up.
off the fire though.
Probably just rest and jump.
Jeez, look at this.
That or
sink.
autopilot.
Oh my god. Oh, sync ruined.
Oh, Riley never found his second strength. What if it's in... not Riley, I'm sorry. Sparks never found his second strength, so what if it's in the like room?
Oh
Right.
no.
Not so can full clear GGGs. Sparks cannot. Yeah.
That's an interesting problem.
He never went to ice.
Mhm.
So, Dotsu here making, I think, the cleverer play to go for this room first, because going the other way is just 2 keys and a whole lot of nothing for a little while.
I think if you do this first, you could gamble on the maze. If you go into the maze without doing the South Boss,
Oh, sorry, just casual, the dog goes to cabin.
of course.
Nah, I think you go into the next room as well, actually.
I think you fight the Stalfos
You
and then
can't.
immediately go back to do the maze.
You can't actually get away.
But then, on the other hand, do you want to go ahead to the Wolfos?
Mm.
Because the maze, you get your 5th key in this. If you do the Stalfos and then the maze ceiling, then you get your 5 keys and you can get everything in the maze because we know the center's hinted.
Sparks
Depends how much
missing
you
that
want to gamble
recoil
on it.
there. So how much of that recoil that Sparks tried to do there is luck, and how much of it is actually aiming?
As far as I know, if you are in the right position and have the right timing on the jump slash, it will always work. It's just the amount of time and effort it would take to get into the exact right position isn't worth the amount of time it saves.
Fair.
And with BGS,
Oh, yeah.
it's way easier. Way easier.
Yeah, the scarecrow in that room with the eye statue is the second worst scarecrow location because you can't summon it from the bottom. The worst has to be in Water Temple next to the raise the water level thing. Because
I mean,
you can only summon it once you're already up there, which is completely useless.
in vanilla, you've got to do the loop twice.
What about the one in Death Mountain Crater
Oh, yeah, fair point.
that just never
There's a
comes up,
scarecrow
ever?
summon in Death Mountain Crater.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Play with Free Scarecrow Song, stand on the Bolero pad, and pull out your ocarina.
Yeah. It's
Oh god.
never relevant. That's basically the point. Is like it never comes up. It's never needed for anything. So that's why it's the worst.
I believe
All right,
we've
fair.
been told. So Doctor's about to go and do the strength 2 checks.
Alright, Dotso's headed into the like room.
The Scarecrow in Fountain has a Scarecrow?
Yeah, it's weirdly placed as well.
Oh no, Axe has strength 3.
Oh,
What?
Axe just cut strength 3 above King Dodongo.
Oh my god. Oh hey look, another slingshot. We're at slingshot percent. But that puts outside Ganon's castle for light arrows. No,
No, it doesn't.
There they
They're
are.
right there. Oh no! Oh,
They're in the silver block room.
Sparks.
Like 2,
Oh, Sparks.
and there's no way to get your
Shit.
strength because you just seen strength 3.
Oh no. So
Well,
we know
if-
where all the strengths are.
Well, if Sparks wanted to ever get a decent time here to find a strength pretty damn quick,
So, on the bright side for Sparks, Ice Cavern and DC are two of the best plays available right now, and either one gives strength 2.
Ideally, you want to go. Ideally, Sparks would want Ice Cavern. Not knowing either way, we want to go Ice Cavern because
you get it a lot sooner.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
God, Vod pointing out in chat, West got to the block in DC and then left just before.
Oh my God, he was one check away from strength.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, that feels extra bad, man. Oh.
Oh, I was wondering why Westerford was doing the boomerang strat for this. I realize they have one nut.
Oh God! Oh, you have a Kakiri sword though. If you stab Baronade, it kills a Barry every time you stab it.
Don't think they know that. Fortunately, one nut was more than enough there. Versus playing DC was not the strongest one they could have made. Oh my God, that's
incredible.
And this is it. We're going to see Murder for Ganondorf on Restream. It's actually a really friendly scene for these settings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Didn't have to do Zora eggs.
Let's see. No fire, no water, no spirit.
And speaking of the... speaking of beating Ganondorf... Hi, Sponge. Thanks for the,
hey,
thanks Sponge.
GG's.
So, the like room in GTG was... Oh. So Sparks didn't find the light, so they've dispelled their warp point.
Ooh. Well, that makes sense to put it back here in GTG so he can get back fast once he finds strength 2.
Yeah.
Because he knows it's in there somewhere. Well, now at this point he knows it's in the like room.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Wait.
That was a good pause.
That one's been on the frame. That's impressive. Western now going adult to finish the game. I don't think Axe is quite clicked yet that they need fire arrows.
I've got to assume that at some point she'll think of going to the wasteland, and then it will suddenly click into place that she'll be like, oh God, fire arrows were needed. And suddenly it'll be, okay, do the wasteland, do OGC, those are your 2 options for it, the end.
Oof. Sparks headed to horseback archery.
Ah, yes. Pew pew shooty horsey thing. That's about as much respect as this check deserves at the moment. Especially when you do pod strats. I do, of course. I do pod strats.
No,
well, this was a good seed for those hashtag rush ice people.
Oh yeah.
Considering I'm one of those.
See, on the one hand I was like, oh, I'm really not, I would have done so badly on this, but no, I would have just gone to DC.
Yeah, because it's basically 7 free checks if you have a strength or a bomb bag.
True.
I want to say at least 70% of seeds, a bomb bag is in Dodongo's Cavern for some reason.
And while we've been nattering on, we are approaching the final slice. So about to carve up some delicious bacon. Well, I say delicious, I wouldn't eat this bacon.
Unless he gets sniped here, it looks like he's going to get second.
And there we go.
Second place, 2:16:02.
God damn it, Drew.
True.
G2.so.
Yeah.
For managing to conquer the seed.
Drew, you rolled a nice seed. How do you feel?
Okay, so looks like Sparks has gone to Minuet.
Oh.
And gets skewered for their troubles.
Mm. Sponge, I'm really sad. I wanted a trash seed.
Yeah, we needed that ZL on Big Pose.
That's a good question. Oh! Oh wow, okay.
Do that?
I did not know that!
You can do that?
What the hell just happened?
You can freeze the moblins?
What the hell? Hey, he used the ice arrows. That's how he gets bonus points.
Yeah, I absolutely get bonus points for that.
He used the ice arrows because and they're really required in Majora's Mask, but not here.
That is... Wow, and also thank you to Delilah for gifting Druidus a sub.
Oh no, is Sparks gonna go to fire?
Oh dear. They...
No, they're going to Dongos, it looks like. Mm.
So
Yeah. Go ahead.
So the question I have to ask is, will we be getting an interview?
Oh yeah. That's right, that's right. Westford doesn't have strength 2 because he dipped out the check right before it.
Well, I guess that answers my question. Welcome in, Dotso, GG.
Hey, Dotso. GG's.
So, how was MMR?
Better than the actual terrible ROM hack.
I'll be honest, I was expecting a lot worse.
You only got Bolero. It's like Bolero on Big Pose.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be worse too.
So, oh, unacceptable finishing in third place was having 2:19.16.
Yeah.
So there was an interesting moment on our end, Dotso, where basically all four runners were, one item from being able to clear all their dungeons. The difference was yours was the hovers. So yours was the one that was hinted, and you knew you could just go back and get that.
The funny thing is, if you had gone farther and well, you would have got Frore's Wind.
Dang it! Where was it?
Dead Hand, wasn't it?
I want to say,
Yeah, it was Dead Hand.
Oh, there was no way I was making it all the way to Dead Hand.
But yeah, then the flip side to that was we saw, a neck and neck play going up Ganon's Castle into GTG, opening chests, almost on the same frame, like perfectly side by side. Except you had strength 2.
And Sparks does not.
That's funny.
Sparks never went ice.
Sparks won't be long though.
Nope.
Yeah, that ice play was insane.
They got you Big Goron and Strength 2.
I only went for the song. I'm just like, I want Prelude. I don't care. I just want Prelude. It's like, here's a hook shot and strength and a big Goron star. I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Like, all the useful stuff. Sure, why not? Yeah.
How'd you like going from no magic to double magic?
That was great.
Yeah. That was great, actually.
In 2 checks.
Yeah, I heard you like magic. Here's some magic.
It's a magic for your magic, so you can get magic while you magic.
Yeah.
So, Dotso, do you know where all 3 strengths were?
The 2 I found plus something else that was strength 5, probably in spirit.
Nope.
No.
Above King Dodongo.
Okay.
So
And the funny
one
thing
place-
is, Westifer dipped out the check before that.
Oh, that's cute.
do they have strength 2? Oh no. And they're going into GTG about strength 2.
That's
Oh, they're going to be so upset. Also, the hammer location was pretty fun because that was 20 skulls.
Yeah, I thought about doing 20, but then it was just like, I already have the bottom of the world in.
Might as well just rush that.
At one point, I thought it was all dungeons. That's why I ran straight to the Bolero check.
Your route actually worked out really well for this, though. Like, there was a point where we were talking, like I say, everyone was kind of one item from glow mode, and we were like, oh right, and Doctor's missing hovers, which are in bottom of the world, which is hinted because this is still adult 1.
Yeah. Well, the funny part about the whole route was if I hadn't have fallen off the bridge and had to do and been there at night, I was gonna grab the egg and leave. Just go straight to adult.
Oh god.
So ironically, making a mistake made my route better.
Of course.
But yeah, the settings themselves, anything you particularly liked or didn't like within that?
I like low bridge settings. Like, I like these settings. The stone bridge, lax, vanilla. I think that's cool. It sucked that the castle was foolish, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it was definitely interesting because obviously when we were all talking about, big pose and all of the potential nonsense around that, everyone's like, oh, this is going to take ages, and actually... No,
You could have very easily sub-2'd this.
Yeah, it was.
I'd like to give a shout out to the bottle locations, by the way. Mask of Truth had one.
Yeah.
End of Forest Temple had one.
So-
Bottom of the World Basement had one.
Dampe digging. Yeah.
And
So-
Dampe Digging.
Yeah, so for like 10 minutes, I was stressing Mask of Truth. Because I remembered at some point during Child that I actually needed a bottle to go to Jabu. I've been playing so much like glitch stuff. It's just like, yeah, just jump slash into his head. It's fine. Nope, can't do that.
Mr. Mario finishing in 4th place with time of 2:24.12. Very good time. GG.
I think we've lost West again.
Oh, Lord. Speedy circle.
No, the hints in this seed as well were really... Like, we were talking earlier about how bad the hints were, but it's almost like... I don't know what more you could have really asked for other than...
No, yeah. It hinted my one item that I needed to find, and then everything else was like useful-ish. Lake kind of sucked just because it was the bomb bag.
Right.
Oh, it was absolutely the bomb bag. To the point where both of the bomb bags were in shadow. That was great. And there's sparks fighting their light arrows. Oh, Millie, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Why are you still awake?
So, does anybody in chat have any questions for Dotso?
I want to know if the strength in the composer grade was Plando.
That is a Drew question.
I am guessing.
Because he said fire arrows, and there's only 2 fire arrow locked checks. Other than the stupid spirit one, but whatever.
I mean, arguably, Spirit was forced fire required.
Like,
no.
We were talking about the wasteland potentially having dins and everything, and when that was first found on the restream, Drew was like, "Yeah, I don't know what else I was like." It was unoriginal, but of course I was good. Like, I had to do something like that. Yeah, okay.
Oh, it wasn't?
Worked out by chance.
Yeah. Well, because I'm just like, the thing for the description was like, you're gonna need fire arrows for something, and I'm like, that's the only check you need fire arrows for.
You don't?
Only if it holds dins, so...
You didn't even need that strength, is the best thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So at the moment we've got Sparks climb the tower again. Westerfer about to be very sad. And Axe finishing up Shadow. With strength 3.
Right. Axe does have the strength as well, so she might actually get the edge on West here.
West just paused. I'm not sure if his stream died or...
No, stream's still going. I can see the timer on the side.
Oh. Yeah, he's not happy with that.
Yeah, but it's not a good for Westerfer. Because while the light arrows can be hinted, the items it gets from can't. So I've got no more questions. Just sitting and watching on here stuff we've already done.
Yeah.
Sparks going through into that. Final fight? Well, fights.
How appropriate a technically 3-phase final boss. I did not realise that branch actually changed the magic bottle colour as well.
Yeah, like all the bottles and hearts and everything.
Too late there.
Whatever emulator Sparks is using makes Ganondorf's cape really, really bright.
That is RetroArch, and I'm guessing Parallel Core?
That's insane.
Yeah, that's what I use.
I just realised I never actually got the Goron sword, so that was actually pretty much a perfect 2 cycle.
Sparks never went to Ice Cavern.
True. Their strength 2 is Dodongo's.
I was going to say, West hasn't gone to Ice Cavern yet, but West also doesn't have Strength 2 yet, so...
Did Sparks jump slash? Or is it still stored from the Ganondorf fight?
No idea. Stab with anything, he's got his nuts. Got no hammer, no big Gorons.
Oh!
Oh god.
Oh no!
Yeah, jump slash wouldn't do anything.
Ooh.
That's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, they're in
Nope.
for a slightly longer fight here.
Oh, I had one more thing. You got thrown off of the pillar by Ganon. That happens to me all the time. The hell do you do to avoid that crap?
The camera screwed me up. Usually, if you just turn to the right, it'll not do that.
Fox is doing light arrow strats.
Does he not have any nuts?
Oh,
They cover that magic.
Well, doesn't know it. Yeah, no, this is. You can hookshot the tail. Don't shoot it with the light arrows.
I hope we don't have the magic refilter.
Oh.
No, he had 10 nuts. Ah!
You have got to be kidding me.
Wait,
Oh
what?
my god! Amazing.
He actually froze a moblin.
It doesn't do more damage, though.
Oh yeah. Did you know you could freeze the moblins in Flickerplast Meadow?
I didn't. I never use light arrows or ice arrows for anything because they're useless.
Yeah,
Neither had I.
found out today.
They also one-shot likes.
Yeah, they do big grown surge from slash damage.
Oh.
It's like watching Linkus do the puppet cannon fight.
I was gonna say, Sparks has 10 death.
It's like watching Linkus try and get the death hover there.
Also that, yeah.
There we go. The whole line was a little excruciating. Ice
Polly.
arrows. Where were ice arrows? Cool stuff.
Bottom of the well compass chest.
Right.
Oh yeah, bottom of the well as well.
Namaha finished in 5th with a time of 2:32:54.
Good time, good time.
If Sparks gets hit now.
Oh no,
Oh no.
There are fairies in this fight. Oh, Melo's in 6th, being sniped with a time of 2:33:11. GG's there as well. And okay,
And
there
there
we go.
goes the pig.
Sparks has prepared the pig. It's now being cooked by Zelda for about 20 seconds. Gas spark.
Bacon for everybody.
Zelda's a microwave in her hands.
I think it's more. I think it's a bit more thermonuclear than that. How
Yeah.
classic. And that is a finish. And waiting for the official SOL time. Holy Spark in 7th place with a time of 2:33:57.
Still top 10.
How did people run this race?
Like 13.
Close to top half. That's pretty good.
Oh, did Westifer never get the Valley Foolish Ant?
Oh, did you not know,
In
by the way?
Yeah, no, if you've not been to Valley, I guess it would be,
Oh yeah, did you not know it's still an SOL time, even if it's not an SOL? It's how it works. And here is Sparks in the interview room. GT Sparks.
Hey, GG Sparks.
GG.
So I guess we'll start with the easy part. What did you think of this, and how disappointed were you that big pose weren't required?
I'm really glad the big bows weren't required, to be honest. My archery skills are not up to par. Doing 7 of them would have been painful. But the seed was really fun. I enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun with that.
And it'd be good
Here
practice.
is,
Sparks in the interview room.
It would have
Hey,
been, yeah.
GG
It would have been, I
Spark.
guess.
GG.
The light arrows were a little scary.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. That's what cost you the restream, actually.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
and Dotso were entering DTT at exactly the same time. The only difference is Dotso had strength too.
Oh no.
He got his from ice.
Oh, see, my plan was when I saw the strength in graveyard, like locked behind the fire, and I'm like, that's got to be bait. Like I'm telling you, that's bait. Dins is in Wasteland. So my plan was go find Nocturne, and then just immediately go to Wasteland for Dins. So I was gonna check Bolero. If Nocturne wasn't on Bolero, I'd be going Ice. So yeah, I guess that's kind of sad, but.
It's unfortunate because not only did Zora's Fountain on top of the ice have your what's it called? Your strength 2. There was also Begoron's sword in there, which would probably have helped. Well, there's something else in there as well.
Hook shot on the ferry.
Right.
Oh yeah, and a hook shot on the Fountain Ferry and Fountain and Colossus Ferry.
Yeah, I got both.
I want to shout out real quick, using the ice arrows to freeze moblins.
I got annoyed when it knocks me off. I was like, I found them, I've got to use them, and then I pulled them out again on Ganon. I was like, the people want to see the ice arrows.
None of us have any idea you could freeze a moblin.
You didn't know? I knew that. I tried it on the big guy once knocked me back like 5 times, and I just got tilted and just shot an ice arrow in his face. I'm like, oh, you can freeze them.
That's one way to find out.
It's actually really interesting.
Yeah, it looks like basically everyone came down to a point where they were missing one item, and it was just a question of how early they got that one item. And, as far as we knew. And then the problem was, well, I guess the problem from your end, Sparks, was it wasn't one item, it was 2. It was the strength as well.
Right.
I was going through the strength checks in GTG, and the first 2 just had nothing. I'm like, it's gonna be in toilet, and I've just missed Iron Boots somewhere, and I'm gonna miss really, really sad.
Do you want to know something interesting there? It can't be in toilet.
Vanilla keys.
Was there a key into? Oh, it's vanilla keys, right? See, while I was going through Shadow, I'm thinking, I don't know where any of the keys are except the boss key and the one in the pot. I realised Dead Hand couldn't have one because Dead Hand has vanilla hovers, but...
Yeah. The first key in Shadow isn't actually till the Silver Rupee room. It's map, I believe it's map, compass, hovers, and small key in those 4.
Oh, also, your Death and Tower run and then your 3 Heart Tower run nearly gave me a heart attack.
Oh, the death was... Yeah, I triggered the black knuckle way too early. I was a little sad about that one. I've been dying to them recently quite a lot. It's been getting a bit frustrating.
Oh, Axe is now heading up for her hint for light arrows.
She at least has strength.
West first checking Crater Ferry.
She at least has froze winds.
Well, I had Feroz as well, and I put it in Ganon's for the lights, and then I had to move it for GTG when I didn't have strength 2. I was really sad.
Right, yeah, you two had 1 each. I think having the strength there wins that one.
Oh, for sure. I was actually, when I went to pick the Dins up, I was actually thinking if I should set Feroz in GTG, just in case lights were there. And I decided not to. I kind of wish I had.
Yeah, I almost went to GTG after Wasteland.
Well, that was going to be my play if Dins wasn't in Wasteland for whatever reason. It's like, it's a fairly checked dense area, so it's a good chance you can find at least something there.
Yeah.
Namaha for us was in Dead Hand, yeah. So if your go mode was hovers, you left before.
Yep.
Yeah, Well and Ice Cavern were both pretty loaded this time round with I was going to say mostly quality of life, but I guess throw in the hovers as well.
I was actually tempted to bail out of well with when I found the hovers as well, but I was still missing a bottle for Jabu and no hook either, so I wasn't. We'll just
Well,
keep
luckily
going.
you found a bottle there.
I did, because the Mask of Truth bottle was a bit scary as well.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, Mask of Truth was a bottle, Well had a bottle, Forest had a bottle, and Dumpe Digging had a bottle.
Oh, Dampe Digging was going to be one of my next plays after the Dongos. I was just going to go back child and do Dampe Digging because I remembered I'd never done it.
I only did it because it was Graveyard Way to Hero.
That's the only reason I'd ever done it.
And
Well,
time of day worked out.
I missed the time of day when I went there as child. I had Sunsong and I could have done it before I went in, but it's like, just forgot.
So, shoutouts to West for going into Crater Fairy, pausing for a little while, then deciding to go into Ice Cavern.
Which is the correct play.
Oh yeah.
Just one of those, do I really want to go and do Fire Temple?
I mean, the correct answer there is always no.
Until it's yes. And
Until you have no other choice.
If the answer to do fire is yes, then immediately you also get the true branch of is it deep fire?
Oh god.
I love the idea that it's like unlocking a bonus ending. It's like...
Which is like a really crap bonus ending. It's like, man, I gotta sit through this 10-minute unskippable cutscene now to get to this new ending. It's like,
God. So Axe now knows the bit of truth that Gorilla Training Grounds is the one.
Yeah, West cutting a bit, but is on his way out to Ice Cavern, so we'll leave as soon as that strength shows up. And
Wait. Oh right, yeah, of course. West was going to GCG.
yeah, he's just gonna go in, grab the strength, enter Ice Cavern. Actually, is he set for Roars? I assume so.
No. He has to walk back out to GCG.
Oh.
If you refresh, he comes back and he's walking.
Oh, right, yeah. Whereas Axe just has to go over to GCG and already has Strength 3. I was going to say this ends up being really close then, except West has already done most of GTG, so I guess his hunt for the lights will be a bit faster.
I was gonna say, does Axe actually have? Does West actually have a Feroz Wind in the castle?
I'd assume so. He has Feroz, so I don't know why it would be. It would have to be in one of Castle or GTG, right?
If it was in GTG, you'd think they'd do it to a dungeon by now.
Right. So I assume it must be in Gans.
Yeah, I think Axe is gonna be a little behind here by virtue that they haven't even entered GTG yet. Whereas West is pretty much done. Either way, we're now approaching the end of this fantastic Majora's Mask of Time.
Mask of Time sounds cool.
Polyganic called it the Majora's Masquerena of Time.
Macarena.
Macarena, yeah.
Macarena.
It's too close to Macarena, my 90s brain. Can't handle it.
Oh my god.
I know that feeling.
Oh, Malrus, no. Oh no. Found out it was Freaky Friday settings 2 minutes before the race start.
Yeah, he joined and he's like, is it normal that I start with a sword? And we're like, dude.
Oh.
That's a big oof.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dotso. Chat pointed out, you were the only person who picked up a mask today. You're the only one playing with the mask properly.
Yeah, I got it because I was going to go for the milk since it was still the only bottle. And I hadn't, like, my brain hadn't reset from the fact that I already got a bottle from Bando. I literally walked into the mask shop, I'm like, why am I doing this? And then just mashed through all the texts. Like, well, I have a mask now, whatever.
You didn't even do the Keaton quiz. Like, God, such a simple check.
I don't know the answers to the quiz, though.
How many cows are in
And they would be in Japanese. It's like...
Oh. Oh boy.
The fact that I actually know that that's how you get the Keaton mask in Emma says way too much. Because I played that game once.
God, I just know that's the one question that trips everyone up on that is, yeah, how many cow statues are there in Clocktown?
0.
I mean, what time does Ramadi wake up?
Is it Master Quest?
What is Andrew's bad habit? She has awful stuff. And her chickens suck.
Can
we just
Nobody
add
did chickens today.
Can we just add a Keaton quiz to Rando somewhere? Don't even make it a check. Don't make it do anything. Just add it for fun, just to like, so that we can make shitty jokes about the Keaton quiz.
Oh god.
I would be all for that in place of the Ocarina minigame.
Okay, yeah, fair.
That'd be cool, actually. Neptune finished in 8th place with time of 2:48.11.
We never actually saw Andrew's chickens today.
Thank God.
Probably a map or a compass.
Yeah.
So many maps and compasses.
Oh yeah. I kept. I saw the first map. I'm like, oh. Well then.
Oh yeah.
It's like half of Mido's house already.
Yeah.
It made me realize why you see so many blue rupees in like the normal settings. It's because there's like 25 extra blue rupees from the maps and compasses.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
So stupid.
I'm actually curious about what's on chickens now. How many cows are in Jabu?
Too many. Technically one.
Oh right, only one counts for
Yeah.
obtaining
The rest aren't cows, they're just like models. They're covering up wonder items.
Oh lord.
It's gonna move at you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, apparently I've got like amazing criteria for what counts as a cow. Does it move? If yes, probably a cow.
Move. Now I'm a cow.
So, Sparks, how'd you feel about the 3-stone bridge?
It makes the seed really short, which is potentially very nice in some seeds, and others it could be very boring.
Oh, this is making the
I
right
thought
call.
Ask was gonna skip the Black room for a second there. Yeah,
Oh god, right, we haven't even mentioned that. Spark.
Oh yeah.
You know about Deku Nuts for Ganon?
Yes, I did.
Did you just not want to use them because ice arrows?
I don't think I had any. I think I don't.
You
had
had
exactly 10.
Did I have
Yeah.
10? Okay, never mind. I would have probably still used the ice arrows just for the shits and giggles, to be honest.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
I think you actually used the ice arrows the most because no one else did.
I think I could have shot them once and probably still been the only one to use them once.
You didn't even see them for Bongo, which is kind of surprising.
And as Axe is about to go and fight the pig, West of us making
Pig.
bacon. Ninth place with 251.38.
Actually, kind of interested how much damage the ice arrows do to Ganon now and how many ice arrow shots it would take to kill him.
Oh god.
It'll be 10.
Dotso probably knows the answer to that.
It's
Yeah.
always 10, yeah. Everything
Just
just
the
one
same,
damage.
okay.
Unless you use a Master Sword, everything does 1 damage.
Or Deku Stick, which is a Master Sword. So it's still technically correct.
Deku Stick counts as Master Sword?
Yep.
Yeah.
Same
I
damage
guess.
table.
Actually, we could all sub 3 if Axe has a good Ganondorf and Ganon fight.
I'll try to contain my nerd rage.
I could see it happening.
This looks sub 3, yeah.
But yeah, if you do exclamation
But
mark,
sadly
it's
not gonna make top
okay,
10.
you can see there's a
Because
page
Weasel
on
finishes in
the
10th with 252.18.
This is like an MM type seed, so we had to do 4 dungeons, and every dungeon boss had the same song because that's the way it is in
And just as a quick update, Westerfer will unfortunately not be joining us in for an interview, so...
Aw. I wanted to ask him
unfortunate-
about the Dongo's Cavern.
I mean, given the issues they were having during the stream, I can kind of understand that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even poking him in the ass was not powerful enough. Rip. Come on, can we not fuck this up today, please? Thanks.
I know the one thing I want to ask Axani about.
Good dwarf. I can't believe this is real life.
It was her death in this seed.
I do want to point out, the Caesar channel has a major tag, so...
Switch to master.
That's a what, sorry?
It has
Oh.
a major tag, so...
Oh, yeah, of course.
So some curse words are totally okay. Just don't overdo it.
Man, I remember when I was a noob, but I thought that Big Goron Sword was better on Ganon. Alright, let's go ahead and
We get to hear Fort of Axe for a little bit.
when I'm ready. We'll cover this up. I have not done as well as I would have liked today, but that was my own bad routing. Like, I felt like my early routing was really good, and my late routing was garbage. 'Cause I'm stupid.
A fantastic quote there from Delilah. Well, from Trez, put in by Delilah. What was that in relation to again?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Forget.
amazing, like, the stuff that I learned about this game from, like, actually, like, kind of... I mean, like, this is not speedrunning this game, but it kind of is, so...
That's right.
Like, you can't put this on a leaderboard, but... Long?
Oh yeah, Sparks, your hammer was on 20 skulls.
That was
No.
weird. He wasn't equipping the hammer, he
It
was
would have been a long
sketching.
time before I got that, I think. Actually, no, I'd have probably picked it up after I did Dampe
That
digging,
was
so it
the
probably wouldn't have
fucking
been too
weirdest
far
thing I've ever seen in my life.
if I hadn't have found the Sheriff too.
was hitting C left, and he did not pull the hammer out, but he was crouching. The fuck? The actual fuck? Oh my god, this goddamn game sometimes, I swear to god. Every day it finds a new way to troll me.
Axe realizing here that Majora's
Oh, no,
Mask, but OOT is a well-programmed game, and no one can convince me otherwise.
Oh my god. Nice. Cool. Awesome.
Oh, I actually should have picked a different heart color. It's hard to tell if you're gonna die or not.
She's on 8 hearts.
Okay, so that's 2 hits.
There we go.
Doesn't matter.
And she's
game over.
finished.
Yeah, Lonk has never happened. You're absolutely right. Lonk
Hey,
is
full
Lonk, and I
restream,
should
sub
stop
3.
calling him Lonk all over my Lonk.
Every seed.
Every seed can sub 4. We just don't see what the units are.
I don't even know how many people are in
Sub
this
4
seed,
days?
so I have no idea.
Sub 4, sub 4 years.
It's 5.2 now, so every seed can sub 3.
Oh, yes, right, good point.
Insert whatever units you want here.
Sub 3 parsecs.
Martian hours. Nice reference. Good job.
And with that, we are joined by Axe in the commentary booth. GG.
Hey.
Yeah.
Finish of
Thanks.
558.
Yeah, it could have been better, could have been worse. So,
So I think...
my two major blunders in the seed was forgetting to check Bolero, and then forgetting to just like not doing Wasteland because I knew that fire arrows were required for something, and I just assumed it was that strength upgrade because I'm a dumbass sometimes. So those were my two major blunders. I should have been able because I didn't have to do DC, and I did not have to do Ice Cavern. Ice Cavern especially. I was like, I finished Ice Cavern. I got Prelude. I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck is not? I'm like, oh my god, I'm a dumbass. Okay.
What if... I mean, you had to do one of them.
Yeah, you had to do at least one.
For
You need about strength 2 for light
for
arrows.
strength 2. Okay, right. Okay, yeah,
So-
that's fair.
That's strength 1.
You were
was
actually
not-
the only one on restream with strength 3.
Well, that's funny.
That strength for composing wave was not put there.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't. Once I got the dins, I was like, okay, so that strength was just kind of a lucky like way to screw me over, basically. Essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one was actually kind of fun. Like, I didn't know how it was gonna be because I had like I don't play MMM. I haven't played MM in I don't know. I've never beaten it. Let's put it that way. Every time I've ever tried, Great Bay Temple has killed every attempt. So I've just given up on ever beating MM. So
That's fair.
Great Bay Temple is where hopes and dreams go to die, to be fair.
yes, I agree. And it's a really cool game. I really enjoy it, but I just like am really bad at it. So
And then Stone
And I
Tower
was-
Temple takes the rest.
yeah. And then did you see my face when I got Requiem on I think it was Baronade was my second boss, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, and then my chat had to remind me that's intended because you get at the end of every dungeon you get the oath. I was like, oh yeah, dude. Okay, I remember now.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, how glad are you that the Zora eggs weren't required today? No
I
7
saw-
big pose.
I saw that hint, and I was like, nope. I was like, I don't need it. Not getting it. Not worth my time. Hell
I mean,
no.
That was
Did you
still...
immediately go check the volcano?
I mean, to be fair though, I had to do 10 pose for that 1.0 race, so it's not like the end of the world, but yeah.
The greatest race. We talked
Oh my
about
God.
that during the race. Yeah.
I still can't remember where all 10 are.
The complete
I don't know
game
what-
race.
I don't know which one was worse actually, the 10 pose race or the pocket egg,
Yeah.
the Mask of Truth and the pocket egg for Mirror Shield. Those
Straight
were
item
both
into straight
equally
item.
bad. That was so bad. And there's some pretty good clips of that though, so it's not that bad.
So, Axe, I have to ask about one particular moment in your
Okay.
race today.
Okay.
Your one death.
I'm so mad at that. I'm just so stupid. Dude, I was getting bodied by those stupid Waltalas, and like they were just giving me the worst possible RNG, and then I died to a Deku Baba. Like, oh my god, bro.
Yeah, it was kind of people watching, like, because I mean, everyone hates Skull Walkers, like they're awful, they're terrible. But you finally get up, you get past them, and then die, and it's like, oh no, you have to go off again.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Last time I was on Restream, I played like really, really bad. Like the last time I was on Restream, I ran out of nuts on Goma and I had to reset to go get more nuts. And like it just went downhill from there, like straight.
Oh yeah,
like
those chickens hated you.
oh man, chickens always fucking hate me, dude. Chickens are the biggest trolls in the game. Change my
The
mind.
river chickens absolutely hated you that seed.
Yeah, that was. I consider chickens to be the biggest trolls in the game, though, and I always shall. I don't think anything. That's why I need to learn. There's a category that Specs made up for Breath of the Wild called KFC%, where you get a chicken from Kakariko, and then you go up Death Mountain Crater and you just yeet it into the crater. And I've been planning to.
KFC%.
I've been planning to learn this category. I don't know if it's actually on the leaderboard or if they've even made a meme leaderboard for it, but I've been planning. Like, this is the thing that I want to do is learn this category just to get my revenge on chickens. And whenever Specs is streaming, he can tell you I also get my revenge on Epona that way too because I always kill the horse. So.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Epona getting stuck on like random pixels is like the bane of my existence. So.
Oh my god.
That bridge jump is screwed up as hell.
But if you guys saw me on, I think it was last Saturday, I did a Breath of the Wild event, and I'm really bad at that game, so it's going to take a while. It's really bad. And I hope you guys did not mind my political statement on stream, but it's important, and this is my way of like doing things. So.
I just want to interrupt you very quickly. If anyone has an issue with that, the door is over there. You can leave and never come back. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I was going to say, like, I don't think anyone had any. I think everyone approved of the statement. The only thing we didn't like was that we couldn't tell how many hearts you were on.
Or how much magic you had.
Yeah, the magic was even worse. I was like, I love how the black magic looks. It looks really cool, especially the magic pots. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I patched on Roman's build because I wanted like my UI dots to change color too, but I guess because this is a 5.2 seed, it didn't work. So I was like, all right, whatever. But I really like the black magic. It's just really impractical for playing and knowing how much magic you have left. So, oh well. At least with hearts, you have like low health sounds if you're like low. So you can at least tell that much, but yeah. So. Anyway, that was fun.
It was an interesting scene to watch, actually.
I bet it was. I thought it was going to be like... I thought it was going to be like a massive troll fest, but it really wasn't that bad. And like, I was really busting through things early seed. Like, I had all my child stuff done in about an hour and a half. And like, I was feeling really good, and then forgetting about like a couple of really obvious things happened, but that's just a thing, I guess. Whatever.
You were actually the only one to get iron boots off of Frogs 1.
Yeah, and I was like, the only reason I went down the river at all is because I initially went, I was going to go into Domain, and I was like, oh, let's do Jabu. And I was like, wait, I don't have a bottle. I can't do Jabu yet. So I went down the river, and I was like, let's just do those checks and get him out of the way. And the iron boots turned out to be absolutely useless, but... And then I got the long shot off Colossus Fairy, and I was like, oh, fuck, no. I was like, please, no.
I can't
Don't
believe
do this to me.
I can't believe you used the iron boots, though, in Zora Fountain. Come on.
It was the validation rupee. Do you blame me for spending 30 seconds to get the validation rupee?
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, if I were not on Restream, I wouldn't have done it. I did it for the fans. I did it for the fans.
That was me using ice arrows on Ganon.
I don't like it, but I can respect it.
There. I'll put my valid run thing back on stream. Although we're probably on the interview screen at this point, so you guys
We've been
can see it.
on the interview since you finished, so
yeah, I figured as much. So
something
on mine.
Something audio echo. We had that earlier because I forgot to switch off the third racer that finished, I believe. So yeah, that's an oops. A little bit of audio echo there.
Rip. Oh well.
Well.
Thanks for having me. I'm always up for making a complete ass of myself by dying at really stupid shit. And poor routing choices.
Are we talking about
as well.
you running or me?
Oh. I mean, I think ATZ said it, but I agree with his statement. ATZ said that he always finds a way to make himself look like a dumbass on Restream, and I was like, dude, same!
I've only been on one Restream, and I can fully agree with that.
So the only question I have left to ask, though, is did anybody find the mirror shield?
Nope.
No.
That's like the one thing we didn't see, I think, yeah.
Okay. We'll check the spoiler log later then, but I was just kind of curious. I was like, well, that would have been a massive debate, but not really, because there would have been nothing on Twin Rova, so, because it would have just been Requiem again.
Did we see our second wallet? I know one was hinted.
I did not, but I never felt like I needed it at any point. I had so many hearts that even if I had to do Fire Temple, I was like, I'm going to brute force that.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair point.
Wallets are only a suggestion as a way of the hero at a certain
Until
point.
you have to unfreeze King Zora.
Yeah, fuck that fat bastard though.
Oh, Child Spirit, according to Namaha in chat, had a wallet.
Oh, okay. I never actually did that.
Yeah.
I felt pretty good about doing early Deku though, like, and then when I got when I got one of the needed medallions, I was like, oh, thank God. And then I did Bottom of the Well, and I got the slingshot, and I was like, that better not be the way of the hero in Bottom of the Well. I was gonna be so mad.
I thought the exact same thing because I did Deco like immediately. I was starting to lead.
I hate when slingshot is the way of the hero. I was like,
Actually,
shit.
the only person on Restream that didn't immediately go to Deku Tree was Westifer.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
He went South Hyrule and got his bow.
Oh, nice. That would have definitely changed like early adult routing. Maybe not that much, but a little.
Oh my God.
All right, well, I'm ready to get some food and hang out with my dog. So,
Fair.
GG's all.
thank you guys.
Thank you for allowing us to use your perspective as usual. So I'd like to thank everyone, you too as well, Sparks and Dotsa. And always many thanks for the commentators and the trackers today for providing us with some awesome gameplay insights and making sure that the information on screen is obviously accurate. But yeah, I think with that being done, I think it's time to wrap up the stream. So we got, obviously, if you like Ocarina of Time Randomizer content, we still got the NA and EU weekly coming your way. Obviously, we streamed on ZeldaSpeedRuns, so we got the NA weekly at 6 p.m. Eastern and on Saturday, and the EU weekly at 3 p.m. Central European Summer Time. So if you'd like to join these, or if you'd like to watch these, then do stay, do check into Zelda Speedruns 1. Actually, the EU weekly is gonna be in Zelda Speedruns 2. Looking at the, I'm kind of wondering. Oh, because the OoT GSR tournament is starting. That's why, because there's a match coming. There's some matches coming on. So do check that out too.
Wow.
Yeah. There is a GSR tournament starting, and the first match of it on Zelda Speedruns is actually going to be happening. Yeah, this Sunday. That's why the EU weekly is on ZSR 2. The first one's also going to be in ZSR 2. It's going to be at... that shouldn't be on ZSR 2. What? That's confusing. Oh, it's on ZSR 2 because it overlaps with the NA weekly. That's on 10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. So that's the first match that's going to be Mikami Hero vs. Quick Kiran. And then on Sunday at 5 p.m. Central European Summertime, we've got an EU-friendly match for you for the GSR tournament with TKC facing off against Honky McButterball. So lots and lots of OoT content for you all. So
what a name!
Yeah, we must play Untitled Goose Game now. That was a cheap shot.
And I'm gonna interject this here. If you are somehow interested in MMR, the MMR weekly is I believe tomorrow.
If this wasn't MMR enough for you, we do have the actual Majora's Mask, Rando.
Well, I should probably mention. I can't remember what time it is. I want to say
it is. Hold on, I can check out. It is noon Eastern Time or 6 p.m. Central European Summer Time. So it's pretty friendly for both EU and NA. But yeah, with that being said, I think we're pretty much done here. Sparks, since you're still in the call, do you have any last words, anything to say about the seat?
Not really. It was just fun. Good game, everyone.
Nice to hear. Yeah, there's something about me not rolling seats being fun seats, but yeah, that's... Hashtag ban George.
At least I enjoyed it.
I don't actually know if it was Drew or Cups who rolled the seat. I don't actually know who actually rolled the seat, but we'll see. But it wasn't me, so Right. Shawnee? Shawnee, sorry, I confused you with someone else. Do you have anything else to say?
I got nothing. What I'm gonna say has been said.
Yoshi?
No, I'm all good. Thanks for this. This was really fun to watch, really fun to commentate.
How about you, Adam?
Same as them, pretty much. I don't have anything extra to add.
Alright, everyone. We'll catch you next time.
Bye now.
Bye.